favorite. Can we give Ask MP a set of dice for that?
What? We don't have enough sets of dice.
Okay, well, I'm going to buy you a set of dice.
I mean, like, these are,
Literally,
like,
I'm going to buy you a set of dice. Ask
dice
MP, you just let us know what, well, okay.
Would you like...
No, you know what? I'm not going to buy you a set of dice. Lily's going to give you a set of dice. As a thank you.
There's a lot in here.
There are so many dice.
One of the things I was going to say is actually, in my experience, I have found that when I'm streaming, my audience are always the people that help me work through my time.
Yeah, you guys are like other producers.
So thank you, people that watch streams and help streamers figure out technical issues. Because you know what? Sometimes we have no idea what the hell we're doing, and we need help. So
hashtag plug Uncle Tetsu's.
Yes. Yeah. So Tim, thank you for the Uncle Tetsu's cheesecake.
Yeah, it's just because Ask MP. It's just because we have one mic, so we are sharing one Blue Yeti Nano mic that I brought, which audio is really good for, but it's just the room echo because we're not in a studio.
Do you think it would help if I turned on the webcam mics?
No, because then we'll get more audio feed.
I think we should not mess with anything else at all. I think like if they can hear us, I think like that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably doable. Like I can listen to the audio for a second.
It's so far away.
Actually, could you also pass me my water bottle though? Because I actually do want that. Also, I'm T-Dot. Let me know if you need any help setting something up.
You are?
Aw, to roll
Look
your
at
own.
how.
Aw, thank you.
Look at how beautiful this cheesecake is.
Gorgeous.
It's Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake, and it's very light and fluffy.
Oh, what else
headphones on that table.
Oh, headphones. Yes. Okay.
I don't know if
thank you,
those are
Ask
gonna
MP.
reach.
Ask MP just offered to join like our tech crew, basically.
I love you, Ask MP. Like platonically, but certainly it's a thing.
Bree loves you more than platonically, possibly.
We love everybody more than platonically. Look at this Bruce thing.
That's attached.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So now that we've started, I have a little present for all of you.
Oh.
It's not much.
For us?
But they're like character notebooks, so you can take your character notes in them. There will also be times.
Transfer my notes.
You could use this, so like my thinking on this one. Hang on. Wait. Wait.
Yeah. Make sure we get the right ones.
Blue. Sorry, this one was supposed to be for you.
Okay.
This one's for Cassie.
Mine is green.
But yeah, so the idea is that these will be your character cheat sheet books. So sometimes I'll come with like printouts of new characters that you meet, so you can glue them into your books and have a scrapbooking moment. And then now we can use these books to write all your notes for tonight.
We're scrapbooking. Oh my gosh, I love it. Oh, we're such gamer girls. It's amazing. I need a pen.
Thank you, Ask MP. We'll hit you up. Hit us up.
I have just in the pencil case that's on top there with the butterflies.
You have a pencil case that you brought? Oh my goodness. Adorable.
They're like mechanical pencils, but they work.
Yeah.
I like mechanical pencils.
The pencil case.
Oh,
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not on camera. Okay, nobody can see my butt.
You're good.
I'm going to be trying to play with, I'll just try to listen to the audio for a bit to hear what y'all are hearing at home, so
Thank you.
don't mind me, I'm listening.
Man, it's just like zoning out, not paying attention.
Just listen to some sick beats.
Thank you, Spirit of Night. Oh yeah, we didn't really do an introduction because we were figuring out the
yeah,
stream.
we were like, because we were worried it would echo forever and ever and ever.
But hello, welcome. We are Roll for Dameage. We are an all-female LGBTQ allied stream, D&D stream, based out of Toronto, Canada. And we are missing a person because Maxine was a little sick tonight, unfortunately. But joining me here tonight, I have Dr. Jessica Langer.
Hi.
I have the lovely Meg Gibson. And I have the totally paying attention Amanda McKnight. So thank you all for joining us tonight. As you may have seen from our promotional thing, tonight's going to be a bit of a different thing than we usually do. We are going to be working on some character development and backstory stuff. Very fun. And eating some snacks and having a good time.
And the other cool thing about this stream is that because it's a more casual stream, if there are, I think, questions or things that come up for you guys, we are sort of keeping an eye on the chat, and we will be more responding to you guys in stream. So
Yeah.
just know that we are reading what you say.
Yes, for once.
Yes.
Yeah, and if this is like super fun with like us and you, because it obviously will be because you guys are great, we will probably do this much more often.
Yeah,
So,
we want
yeah.
to. We
Yeah.
want to connect.
Because
with
like
you
who
guys.
doesn't love dressing up in pajamas and eating cheesecake?
I like
if you
you
don't
say
love it,
dressing
you
up
actually
in pajamas.
dressing down in. I think I'm the only one who dressed up into pajamas.
I love your pajamas though.
No, it's
thank
only
you.
at camp and slumber parties you can wear braids, which is so unfair, but
I would bring.
I mean,
all
you
the
can
time.
wear
Yeah,
braids
I
wherever
might
you
not.
want.
I like
Like,
it.
Yeah,
True.
like
I-
free the braid.
True.
Free the braid.
Free the braid,
Free
yes.
the braid.
Yes.
Okay. Always braids.
And also, as we like go along, if you guys have suggestions or ideas or anything, like please feel free to plug it in the chat. Because again, we are reading it.
Yeah.
We are doing it.
Clockle is asking slumber party version of Dyson pizza. Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Good eye.
the better version.
And Real Lucky Rogue is saying, "Yay, girls' night."
Lucky, my girl. I wish you were here. I wish you could have some of this cheesecake with
Yeah,
me.
it is
looks
so
like this.
delicious. It's making me happy. But we also have like what, 4 different ice creams for them?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of ice cream
There's a lot of
here.
ice cream. I'm so excited. I posted a photo of the ice cream in like the Instagram story for Roll for Dameage. So if you want to see what ice cream we're gonna have, with I mean, you can
Check out our
Instagram or just like wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And we'll be eating it.
It's all low-cal because my boyfriend is watching his weight and like all he does is eat ice cream.
No, I've
That
challenged.
sounds like the best way, in my mind, to
Swiss
watch
has
my
the
weight.
best
Just
diet.
A bunch of low-cal ice cream.
Yeah.
I want that diet. I need to get on that diet.
You would find Swiss very interesting.
I just want to eat like the regular ice cream. I don't want low cal ice cream. I just want to eat like all of the like full cal ice cream.
You can have my 1 tub of full cal ice cream.
That is so sweet of you, Lily. I really appreciate
Also, okay, so here's a funny story. So that butter pecan full cal ice cream that I have, I also one time went to Starbucks and I got like a caramel salted latte or whatever, and I was like, yo, can you put extra of that salt on it because I love it? And she's like, yo, you can have this whole bottle. And she just like gave me the bottle, and I was like, okay, sick. So I have it. I had it in the cupboard. The other day I was like, yo, I can put that topping on my ice cream and like make it intense. So we were watching a movie, it was kind of dark. I get the ice cream out of the freezer, I like grab the bottle out of the cupboard or whatever, I come and sit down, I like dump a bunch of it on there, and I take a big bite, and I was like, this is the pepper. I grabbed the pepper and put it on my ice cream.
Oh my god.
that. I would cry. I would cry real tears.
Were you a little salty?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Okay, stream's over.
We're out.
I lied. I'm back.
Alright.
You can't leave.
Oh my goodness. No, I'm not.
A spirit of night
That's
knows
for you
what's up.
comments. Oh, Spirit of Night. Ooh, wow. Jar Coffee Nut should be next on your list.
What's toffee nut?
Coffee nut. I
And
don't
then
know.
you gotta ask.
What's toffee nut?
MP.
Is that a thing?
Gotta ask.
I'm asking. Ask MP.
Um,
What is toffee nut? Is that a topping? Oh.
Okay.
Not in Canadian Starbucks. I never seen no toffee nut.
Maybe we should.
Ask MP says they're from Toronto though.
Huh. Yeah.
So
Interesting.
maybe we only should go to Buffalo for like a day, and
There's a
just
story
talk about it.
there.
Yeah. So my question now is, do you still have that shaker of stuff?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we are gonna have some on stream.
Mhm,
So I can have some today.
Mhm.
Okay, great. Just checking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had that. I think I also have, we make like really good popcorn because we don't use like the bag popcorn, we use like legit kernels and stuff. So I can make popcorn later, you know, not to brag,
No big
but it's my cup of tea.
So, also fun fact, I just did my first Inform Overload video on YouTube, and it's a news channel, and they always talk about spilling the tea, and I was like, I don't know. I did my first video, and like everyone's always like, oh, this is the channel where we spill the tea, and I was like, where we spill the tea? I do not know what that means.
Oh, no.
And then I just learned, like, after I filmed the video, everyone's like, oh, it's like sharing information.
Like
It's
spilling the beans.
Yeah, exactly, but like tea. And I was
Okay.
like,
You need to spend more time on Twitter. Like that
Yeah,
has been
probably.
that has been on Twitter for like 6 months. That is,
yeah,
like,
I
it's-
don't live on Twitter. I live on Instagram.
Instagram live.
No.
IG.
Only in squares. We live square lives.
Yeah, I just live
We
lives in
live
too many
in-
I agree that Swish
Yeah,
should be
fighting.
here in a little waiter costume, but I also kicked him out of the apartment for
This
tonight.
isn't all that. He's a girl. This is an all-women stream. It's not on a stream.
hmm I mean, he's been on a bunch of my streams.
Oh, that's
And he's like, he looks very gay. So, I mean, we are like LGBTQ
Yes,
allies.
but that's I mean, I guess it depends what his gender identity is.
He's like mildly gender fluid.
Okay,
There you
well,
go.
You know what? There you go. Then
There
if
you go.
he's mildly gender fluid,
I don't want him
therefore
on
not
stream.
hired.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's not.
He's not coming here.
Yeah,
This
it's
is
okay.
my space.
This is your space.
This is actually all literally his condo, but you know.
No, it's your condo too. You can rent. That's fine.
Mhm.
You can see like the beautiful vista of Toronto. With the, if you can,
Yeah.
you can see the CN Tower in the back.
Hello.
You can see the CN Tower.
Oh, speaking of being in
So-
Canada, I'm probably gonna smoke weed on this stream, and I just
No.
need to do a disclaimer. It is legal. You're allowed
Yes.
to. Yeah,
It's
it's fully
fiction. It's
legal.
okay with okay.
Yeah, it's
fiction.
fully.
Okay.
Yeah, the laws on Twitch, and literally it says you cannot consume illegal drugs. This is a fully legal thing.
Got it.
So just so you know, don't at me, Twitch. I'm in Canada. I'm over the age of 21.
Oh my god.
I am going to consume my cannabis eventually.
And I have tenure, so they can't fire me at the college if you do that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I'm not even gonna blow it in your face, so you're not even consuming it yourself.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Gotta protect Jess's job. I need it.
Oh, it's
I
fine.
need it.
All right. So what are we doing? What's the stitch?
So-
We got these sexy notebooks.
I have a bunch of questions to ask you guys about your past and your backgrounds, and essentially what you'll do is you'll just like write down and discuss and whatever the answers to your questions.
Okay.
And we will also then post these answers in World Anvil. So,
I like that you let me get out my like D&D notebook.
Yeah.
Get that out. And then we're like, surprise, got you a notebook.
that can be your like plot notebook, and this will be
I'll
your
probably just
character
transfer my notes because I use this for another RPG as well.
notebook.
So I'll just
Yeah.
transfer my notes and then
Now you
use
have a
this for my
dedicated
other,
one.
my other one.
Yeah.
I also have a notebook for each RPG that
That's what I do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
which is great, but I already own too many notebooks. Anyway, sorry I burped. Sorry, Twitch. Watching.
What's my password for this?
Aren't all
Don't at me,
streams
Twitch.
amazing?
Don't at me because I burped.
The things that we do when Ben's not around. Ben, I hope you're watching this. I hope you're sad.
No, why? You don't have
Ben
to
is
quiz.
where is Ben? Ben is Ben
Out
is
with friends
with
tonight?
his bandmate
Yes.
and his
Oh.
bandmate's partner.
I'm just kidding. I don't hope you're sad. I just
Mm.
hope
Oh,
That's
you were
why
here.
I was like, Ben, you want to come along? And he was like, nah.
So before we do this, I actually have an announcement about the fact that we are going to be like all in real life and stuff. We've been asked to participate in a real life event, a real life D&D event with Ed Greenwood. Like actually like
Hero
actual
Forgotten
dude.
Realms.
Like literally that guy.
He
Like
literally
that
wrote the
guy
Forgotten
is
Realms.
actually DMing a game for a bunch of people, including us. So
I'm gonna be a lich.
yes, so
I'm
Lily is going to be playing a lich, and Meg is going to be playing a cleric, and I am going to be like posing and doing all like the physical stuff for like the fighter in the party.
And I will be in San Diego at San
Yes.
Diego Comic Con.
Unfortunately,
Also good.
Amanda will not be here, but the rest of us will be. And it's in Port Hope. It's Critical Mass Arts. It's I think called Massive Adventure. I'll drop the link into the chat.
Join
us
us.
right now. But yeah, please come out. Like
Yes.
if you're anywhere near Toronto, like come on out and like there's gonna be like hundreds and hundreds of people and you get to watch and like a D&D live game with some of us and like some of the like what nerdy northerners.
Nerdy northerners.
Nerdy But DM'd by actual Ed Greenwood, like literally the guy.
Yeah.
Ed Greenwood. So, and then you just meet us, and we get to like hang out, and you get
Or
to
if you're in San Diego at San Diego Comic Con, let me know. Let me know you're gonna be there. Let's come say hi. I'll be floating, but I will be around doing some cosplay as well. So you can hit me up on my Insta DMs. You can find my Insta through our Insta.
And we'll both be at Gen Con.
We'll both be at Gen Con. Yeah.
I'll be DMing for Harold's Guild.
I will
So-
be teaching board games for Renegade.
Yeah.
I will be in Northern Ontario, I'm not at Gen Con.
But yeah, we should hopefully. My hope is by next year that we will have a long list of cons that we will be guest stars at. So that would be a thing that we'll be working on.
I have a hope that by next year we'll have a long list of cons that we're running, like a group of like con women, and like so Heartbreakers.
Bree approves of
You ever
this.
see Heartbreakers?
Yes.
Bree would love that movie.
Oh yeah, Bree would.
That's
love
the
that
best movie. That was my
Bree
favorite.
would watch that movie and be like, "Oh man, I did that.
That's my
once.
life.
That was my life."
Yeah.
I don't want to get into like organized crime.
The first con will be Jess.
No.
This is the first con. The long con.
We also lost, okay?
Does Ron Smith know about this?
Yeah, I think they do. I think my boyfriend is familiar with Realm Smith. I believe they are affiliated. But yeah, somebody should try organizing a D&D event at Stormcrow. We do lots of stuff at Stormcrow.
Well, they have the DM and Doing thing, and I know that Lily, they wanted you to come and like.
Yeah,
DM
Lily
for
needs
that.
a job now, so
Well-
Lily needs a job now.
Lily, they wanted you to DM, so I'll talk to them.
Yeah, be like, I know this
Okay,
girl.
They do
Weird
rock.
voices.
They do rock. Ask MP. What kind of D&D events would you like to see them run? I also occasionally work there. Very.
Yeah.
So you could probably see both of us there at some point.
Yeah.
I need to
No
say
idea.
it.
Okay. Well, they do run the DM and Dine program if you are looking to have a one-off or potentially a longer campaign with the DM. You can pay for a DM to run your game, and then also you get a main and an appetizer as well. And with upgrades, you can also upgrade to other stuff.
That's
Got
cool.
with Stormcrow, heard good things. They're really close by.
Also,
Yes, it was really nice.
Stormcrow is cool.
Yes. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
It is honestly just like the best place in the world. It's like the most creative place ever. Yeah.
Ask MP. I would give them a little bit of time. There's like some changes and stuff that are going on in terms of just like management and stuff. So I think they're probably just busy. But I would follow up with them. Is my suggestion to you.
I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't
Yes,
see exactly
fine,
what's
that's
going on.
fine.
So I'm really good.
Patio is sick.
The patio is sick.
Events there, haven't heard back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
I would follow up.
Totally
They're
follow
probably
up.
just busy. I know they have a lot going on. I've barely been there, but yeah, the patio opened. It's been insane.
They also have a Halloween in July party on the 25th.
Yes.
So
We'll be
go
there.
Yes, we will be there. I will be there. I am going to be there with my friend Paul. We're going to be Team Rocket. So I'm going to be Jesse from Team Rocket, and he's going to be James from Team Rocket. And
love
so
it.
we're going to be like with like little crop top and booty shorts and stuff. Or, like,
As
little
a fellow redhead, I fully support.
I'm totally not a redhead, but I will be
You
a
will
redhead
be.
for the night. I
You
will.
will.
I will. It's more like purple, like a purple head.
Purple.
Yes, I will totally be redhead for that day. And I figure my name is Jess. It's Jessie. It works really well. Yeah, yay. It'll be really fun. So yeah, you should come to that. Everybody should come to that. It's really fun. It's in collaboration with Fan Expo.
Yes.
So yeah, so like it's an actually legit party with cool stuff happening.
Lots of cool things.
A lot of cool things
All right.
happening in our
You have
lives.
those questions for us, Lo?
I do. I'm ready when you are.
So, I am ready. I was born ready.
I did also, last plug, I promise. I did also want to mention that, speaking of Nerdy Northerners, I am going to be guest starring on their stream starting this Thursday up until August 22nd. Doing a battle royale, which is going to be amazing. So I'm really excited for that. So you should tune in for that. It's literally at the exact same time as Critical Role. So, like tough choice. But I like you. And I probably like you more than the Critical Role people like you. Because
Critical Role already gets enough love.
Yeah.
And we're not trying to take love away, but give some of
yeah.
that love to someone who
To
will
some
maybe make their day a little more.
Northerners. Yeah. But if you can't, then that's okay too. I understand. I'm super excited because so basically how it works is like we all have an owner, and that's going to be our main like role playing thing that we do. And then we make 2 gladiators every week, and then we battle them all against each other. So my owner is going to be one that you are all familiar with. Her name is Vera Dondak, and she's going to have an amazing time throwing gladiators at each other, cutting cutting their heads off. Oh, it'll be the best. I love it.
Oh,
That
Don
sounds amazing.
I'm
just gonna put that right here.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. All
You
right.
guys got a picture. You guys got a picture of our janky setup, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
It was great. Yeah.
Do we have a selfie?
I don't think we do, but I feel like we could do that like during the break, maybe.
Or we could do it right
We
now.
could totally
Do
do
it
it
on
right now.
stream.
Are we gonna do a stream on-stream selfie? That is amazing.
Yeah, this phone doesn't actually have a selfie cam on it.
It's too bad that you guys like can't somehow everyone that's
here.
watching
So,
be in
Okay.
the background.
Yeah.
Okay, so here, everybody, oh,
Oh.
everybody get
Yes, Taverners, here's your cue.
Okay, whoa, hey, what? Okay, that was fun.
Okay. Yeah, Taverners, here's your
I
cue.
have no hair in it, so that's fine. I have a bun.
Yeah.
Like you can never see my buns when I have them.
I feel like I look very Mulan when I have my hair in a bun and have my bangs back. I'm like, I will bring honor to my family. Alright, yeah, so this whole character creation thing, let's
talk
Let's
about
do the
it.
thing we said we were gonna do.
yeah, let's get in the mood. So I think that we've all kind of established what our characters look like. We've gotten a bit of character art done. Shout out Manook.
Yes, thank you.
My girl.
Everything's on our Instagram if you haven't seen our character art yet.
It's so good. I need to
Harper and Zara still have yet to go up.
Yes,
but I need
it's
to.
okay, we can have it, and it's great.
So we all know generally what we look like. We all know that we started off this adventure in Waterdeep, except for Harper. So let's go into a little bit more details of just like our basic character things to start off with. How old is everyone?
I already said that.
I know, but we're doing it for the stream now.
Okay, how old am I?
I think you said in your like
I have to
mid-20s.
get my sheet because it's written down.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna cheat, but I have it.
Yeah.
Is it good?
No, I'm in my 30s.
Oh,
I'm like
okay.
30.
Yeah, but it's like the tiefling equivalent of being
Yeah,
in your
like in your 20s.
mid-20s.
Like I think I'm 37.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I'm gonna
Tavern people didn't do anything.
double.
Oh no, now they do it in Discord so that I don't have to track it.
Oh.
Hey, tavern people, if you're out there, do a little shout out and say hi to Jess and the rest of us, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, I love my tavern folk. If you're not from Axis Tavern, check out my Discord server. It's called Axis Tavern. It's for Dungeons and Dragons and Dice Addicts. Mostly for Dice Addicts. But yeah, so like, I know everyone's general ages, but we'll just start talking through it. Yay! Eileen!
Arlene said, "We love you too, Mom."
I am mom.
I love it.
I'm like-
Joined. Thank you, Asking Pete.
I'm like in like a semi-lesbian relationship with the other person who I appointed tavern mom. Lucky Rogue, who was here, is also tavern mom, and Lucky is like the cool mom that just like pops in, and whenever she comes in, everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's Lucky!" and she's really cool. And then like I'm like the mom that like does all of the like scheduling and finances and all of the like technical things. And then Selkie is the mom that just everybody loves because she's so mommy.
So basically, you do
Matriarch.
all the mental load and all the emotional labor, and everybody else gets to be the fun moms.
No, Selkie does a lot of emotional labor. I say she does more than me because people just love her.
Aww.
Unconditionally, always. Selkie! I also love Selkie. And Lucky, and all of us. But yeah, so general ages.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'm double checking. How old are you guys? You guys?
When I was first making Harper, I put her like in my mind somewhere like more younger, like somewhere like 17, 18. But I think through the discussion, I've emotionally she's still like 18, just being in an isolated, life. So like she's probably closer to like 21. Is that what we?
Yeah,
we had a discussion that
I think So basically, we had this discussion where we were like, because there's this whole like Zarper thing happening, hashtag. But Zara's
Hashtag Zarper. Hashtag it in the chat.
Yeah. So the thing is like Zara's like 32.
Yeah.
And if you were like 17, that would be like, oh my God, go no.
Yeah.
And even at 21, I feel like that's like a thing that maybe.
But it's like a little bit taboo.
I feel like it's.
But it's like a
also-
little bit cool.
But we still ship it.
So like,
Yeah.
so like
Two
Harper's
girls
like
can
23,
fight 21,
24.
Okay,
But you make your age based on
it.
it.
It can just be like I think we just
Yeah.
we had like a conversation where it was like, how can this not be gross? Because it can be gross.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants gross.
Because we also established that, like, your character wouldn't have hit on someone that young, and I wouldn't have reciprocated that as well. So
Yeah.
Slumber never would have happened if there was that age gap.
And
So
yeah, and also I feel like we also like it's not even like a hitting on thing. I
Yeah.
think because that was the interesting thing is like, so one of the interesting things about this being like an all women stream is that like we do a lot of like checking in around like consent, around like, you know, I was like, are you cool with that like dynamic, like is this like a cool thing, and but I was like, I think both of them are such idiots when it comes to like any kind of attraction or anything like that, that like neither of them know what the heck they're doing.
yeah.
So like
It's more of like an idolization, celebrity kind of thing of like you're so
You're a
cool.
fangirl.
Yeah.
yeah. And Zara just has spent so much time in libraries and just like has just not had like the opportunity to ever explore like that aspect of things. And also like I think part of her backstory is like she never really understood like attraction to women as something that could be even a thing, like could happen.
Yeah.
So she's completely flummoxed by this and is like can't really figure out like what's happening. She's like, do I just really like this girl as a friend? Is she just really cool? Is this just like a like she's exotic because she lives in this forest, or because she's a fighter, or like what the heck is happening right now?
Yeah.
And is just extremely clumsy about any kind of communication. So I think that was sort of like the age aspect of that.
Yeah.
Hey, who's
So I
the
was like
kid?
32.
Hey everyone.
So to answer your question, Harper, I'm gonna say 22.
Cool. 22. Sounds good. And Zara's 32,
32.
Bree's 39, mentally about like 25 because she's a tiefling.
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Actually
So
around my age.
yeah, that's good. That's good. So you can get into that like mindset.
It's gonna be really hard for me to get into the mindset of someone who's
Mhm.
25.
And I'm 25 in a minute.
I'm not 25, but it's fine. I was 25.
What would everyone's like height
I was
be?
25 once. Height? I also know this. This is, I already know that. Hold on.
I think I'm like 5'8", which is sort of
That makes sense.
shortish for a
That's like,
like
tall.
regular person.
5'5".
Write it down.
Perfect.
Oh, Harper's a little.
Right average.
Harper's my height.
Oh, that doesn't make sense. I thought it was
Someone else
taller
from
than that.
Access Tavern.
Access Tavern.
I think I wrote down my own height,
Uh-huh.
but I also feel like Bree is not my height.
I thought we said that Bree was like 6 feet. At
Yeah,
one
I think
point.
she's 6'1".
6'1".
Yeah. Which is
Alright,
So I'm gonna edit this because this is a lie.
How dare you?
How dare I?
How dare you?
Yeah, I made her literally my height. I'm 5'4.5", and I'm just reading the sheet, and I'm like, that's very specific. That's exactly my height. And I'm like, I do not think there are many tieflings that are that short.
No, that
They
would
tend to be taller.
that would be like a birth difference in a tiefling.
Yeah.
That would be like, why are you so small?
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Are tieflings? Are there short tieflings?
I mean, there must be, but it would be like the exception.
It would be like
not the
weird,
rule.
right? Like
yeah.
it'd be like you need a short tiefling, and be like, wow, not expecting.
I kind of
that.
want to need a short teeth.
You'd be like the Tyrion Lannister of tieflings.
Maybe my next.
Right? Like a little person.
A weefling.
A weefling?
A little weefling.
Could
Could
you have someone that's
Oh my
like
God.
half tiefling, half dwarf?
Not
has a little
in
bit
this
of-
game mechanic. It hasn't really been done, but I'm sure you could homebrew something. It's just not like a
And
standard
someone that
thing.
is like a dwarf, like somewhere.
I just want a dwarf
Maybe
with
a
right
tiefling.
now.
Dwarven
A
ancestry.
tiefling that lived in a cave. or something.
Yeah, like if their growth was stunted
Yeah.
by something.
They would have
This is fascinating. Maybe Bree has a cousin somewhere that one day
Mhm.
I will play / we will meet.
Mhm.
Yes,
It could be a weefling.
Speaking of cousins, tell me about your family and your parents and whoever is in your lives. Not in real life. Give me your parents.
Well, tieflings are the size and build of humans, so there can be short tieflings.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
They're in the same like size group, but I do think that they tend to be like a little taller, like elves.
Hi, all the new people who just joined, by the way.
Oh.
Like, there's a whole bunch of new viewers. Yay!
Is there? Oh,
Hi.
hello, hello,
We're all
viewers.
Yay! We're talking about character backstories and cool things while
Yeah.
we wear pajamas and eat ice cream and cheesecake.
Yeah, and are amazed that we set up a stream without Ben.
I know, it's so exciting. We have like this extremely setup that it's just like,
extremely set up.
it's just
It's
extremely
extremely
set up. It's so
It
good. It's extremely good. But by that I mean extremely just there.
Talk about your.
It went perfectly. Yes, thank you.
Perfectly.
Families.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you have the family drama.
Yeah, so, like, you mean like my family, like, currently, my family, past family, like?
Yeah, like tell me your family currently. Like,
Okay.
if somebody, you know, went
Like,
up
if I
to you-
ran, like, Brie in this time, if she ran into someone and they were like, hey, like, what's surviving, like, who's your family? What would she say?
Yeah, exactly. Like if someone was asking you for a, I was gonna say job interview, but that'd be such a weird job interview. Like
Tell me about
a
your family.
Like
I'd be
this-
a dating question.
Yeah,
Like, please tell me about your family and then sue me for discrimination.
Yeah.
Slumber is always fun. This is true, really. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if a date asked me about my family, then Brie would probably just be like, change the subject.
Yeah.
But
Get the fuck
unless
out.
it was a really like someone she was really close to. But yeah, if Brie was actually like comfortable talking to you about her family, what she would tell you is probably that she has an aunt who she has been estranged from.
Not anymore.
Well, who's been estranged from for many years, who kind of raised her. I feel like she'd probably remember that. And yeah, she'd probably tell you about her aunt. Her aunt, to her recollection, probably what she would remember of her the most is that her aunt was always like a very caring person who was also quite cautious compared to her parents. So she remembered her as being very caring but cautious and very like aware, like very like self-aware and very like community aware. And it raised her to kind of try to be that as well, to be cautious and to try to be aware of things.
And her name is Belle.
Yes, and her name is Belle.
Belle. Alright, cool.
Harper has her mother, Edna, and her father, Bernard.
And what are Edna and Bernard like?
Bernard looks like, what did I say? Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Nowadays too, being a little bit older, but still.
That's shady. That is it. I'm sorry, Jackman. If you're watching, I apologize.
Stop it, yeah, there's an echo because we were using...
We don't have Ben and good mics.
So
Yeah.
this is our.
Can you hear us though? Can you hear us like a little?
I think Amanda's monitoring the sound.
I am monitoring the sound, so that echo you hear is just from our single mic and us being in a pretty open room, so we're not in a proper studio right now. So my apologies, but this is...
Sorry.
But it means
our
I can
Slumber
smoke
party.
weed.
Okay.
420 every day.
Yeah, and Edna looks very much like Harper. Hair is a little bit darker, so more of like a brown than a red, but just looks older as well.
Cool. And what would your relationship with them be like?
Probably like a little bit estranged because they just sent Harper to be trained and enter this gladiator life. She was probably excited for it because, you know, it's a purpose, and she grew up very much, you know, climbing trees in the forest and exploring and fighting and wanting to use those skills in her life. But after so long of, you know, struggling and fighting for her life, a lot of times realizes that this is what she wants and she wants to do more. So just hasn't seen them in a while. Doesn't blame them, but just she's lived her own life and yeah.
Why did they send her away?
Just because there was the opportunity there.
Yeah, I would say like let's workshop this a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
like,
together.
this is my question. I'm
Yeah.
like, why did they, like, how old were you when they sent you away? Like, was it, like,
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do adventurers tend to not have the best family relations? Always interested me.
I think because people with really good family relations, I mean, like
Don't
tend
need to go on
to,
adventures.
yeah, they don't need to
They stay
leave.
home.
Yeah.
They're usually pretty happy.
They're like, yeah, mom and dad, I love you forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I will say that I think the other thing too is like, I don't know, like that's, I mean, there's more that I've now realized that I would like to add to what I gave you.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll come to that, back to that in a minute.
Yeah, for
Which I think will also kind of tie back to your question, Hushika, as to why adventurers don't always have the best family relations.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, what I would say is that, like, in the Mortan clan, as we all know, they are a group of humans who have felt very strongly associated with their past, of their ancestors who, like, burned the forest. So they carry around this, like, deep innate shame and sort of express it in very violent ways. So one of the main things of their clan is the arena, where they just have battles all the time to show their prowess as warriors, to show that they have advanced beyond like the generic human. They are ultra human. They are the strongest of the humans. They are the proudest and the most honored of humans.
So they react to their shame with violence?
I wouldn't say they react to their shame as violence in such a like direct like corroboration.
Corroboratively?
Yeah.
Corroboratively?
The word that means the word. But I think it's that, like, since they carry that innate shame around with them, they are always looking for ways to prove themselves, to always show that they're better than their ancestors, that they've evolved past who they were. And so now they express themselves in a lot of ways, like gaining for political power, gaining for glory in the arena, that kind of thing.
Right. Got it. Sorry, that was my little alarm that says that my parking is done.
Oh,
Your
Sorry.
parking.
Where did you park?
Just inside. Like on the green tea on the street or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Because there's like $8 parking like all
I know,
night.
it's fine.
Okay.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Yeah, Hushika did. I think that's awesome. You were saying there's only one character that you made that just became an adventure because they were bored. And Sapphic, yes, it is for the drama of it all. That is, isn't that why we're all here? For the drama. For the drama. Well, the drama.
I think I will make a character now though that was just like,
They just want to be
they had a nice life.
Yeah.
I mean, like, my barbarian Faye is kind of like that. She's like a noble woman, came from a noble family, and she was like very, very close with her father growing up and her brother, and even her stepmother. But then when she became like of age, her stepmother kind of tried to marry her off on the side, and so that was why she left home. But like otherwise, like her relationships were still good.
I would say I had two characters that had really good like home life, but they also grew up like as orphans. So that's their like I was gonna say like they had good home lives, but also they were orphans. Also, one of them had a good home life until the guy that adopted her wanted to marry her. So that kind of
Oh my.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Your eyes just got so
That was-
big.
Yeah, that was
That's
my first
very-
dwarf character.
Yeah.
Red. She had a rough life. Don't worry, she fell in love with someone who was a servant, and then she went to go rescue him.
That's
Okay.
That's. I mean, it's all an interesting story. It's just like that's
It's a very dramatic story.
It's a better
And for
episode
a
than you
character,
put in.
when I was 17, so everything had to be very dramatic.
Of course.
Of course.
All right, cool. And you don't have any siblings, eh?
No.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm only a child.
Yeah, so I think that like how I would envision it is like your parents would have had an offer. Maybe they knew somebody in the Polis house, and the Polis was looking for like a gladiator to sponsor in the arena, and then they were like, our daughter climbs a lot of trees and is very strong.
Yeah. Has gotten into a lot of fights, a lot of scraps with the other kids, and
I would say also, like, I'll just drop an Easter egg here that, like, maybe there's something in your parents' past, like, either your mother or your father, where like, they extra felt the need to like repay Clan Mortan or Tina Don Mortan or something like that. But maybe you don't know about that yet, but I'll let you like think about that if that's a thread you want to run with.
Okay.
That must have been also really hard for your parents, though. Like, to send their only child away at age 14 to go and, like risk her life every single day.
They were probably more, like, reassured of, like, because everything's for the clan, right? So it's just like, you know, it's sad, but it's kind of for the greater good, and she's doing so good, and this is what needs to be done, and this is going to help in the long run, so...
Yeah. I guess I just like speaking as a parent. Like I'm like hi chat. I'm like I actually have 2 kids, and like even if that is like the case, and like even if like you feel like pride and you feel like yes, this is for the good of the clan. Like unless it's a completely different parenting model where you just like raise your child and like don't invest emotionally in them, which it doesn't sound like it is. They would have, I'm guessing, been really ambivalent about it. Like, even if they didn't share that with you.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't share that with, like, even themselves to necessarily, like, even if they sort of, like, pushed that emotion down, they would have, I guarantee, found it really difficult.
Oh my god. Yeah. This is, like, I just realized what we're doing right now is basically, like, the View for our D&D characters.
Oh my god, it totally is. We are, okay, so who's who then? On the View.
I don't know who any of the people on the View are.
I don't know who they are right now.
But like
there was a half Asian girl, I think. At one point.
You have to be the half Asian girl because you're Asian?
I didn't say that.
That's racist.
I just said that there was a half Asian girl.
I guess I'll be that one. I was like, you don't have to be that one.
Yo, I remember being a kid and playing Spice Girls with the other kids.
Oh, the echo is gone. Oh, well, thank you, Sapphic. I don't know. I don't know. The mic seems to be at like a pretty good angle right now, but y'all just let me know.
Let us know
how it's going. I am listening to the audio.
Look how pretty
as well.
the city's starting to look.
So lovely. Oh my god.
Downtown Toronto, yeah.
Also, chat. If you all want to let us know who you think we would be on The View, please feel free to do so in chat.
Yeah. Also, let us know which Spice Girl you think we would be. Because we're gonna do a Spice Girl shoot.
Or maybe it's the insight.
And we know that we know which Spice Girls we think we would be, but we want to know who you think we would be.
Would the view be changed to the perception? Is that
I think
what
it's
you're,
the
is that what
insight.
you're
Perception.
The insight.
The insight.
The insight.
The insight.
Oh my god.
I like that.
Oh my.
Is that what we should call these segments when we do them?
Wow.
The insight? Yes, we should.
Yo, shout out to
something below. Get a graphic for it.
Dungeon Dames of Washington on Instagram. I just saw today they released their podcast and it's called The Broadcast, and I was like, that's
nice.
Amazing.
That's amazing.
Excellent name. Yeah, so cool, awesome. Glad to know Edna and Bernard a little bit. I'm guessing they're still at Mortan.
Yeah.
Just what would they do?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that.
Laborer, politician, service people.
Probably not politician, because like Harper, even when she became like a gladiator, had no idea what anything was, and it still feels very clueless about that whole world. So either probably like laborer, I'm thinking, because that's also where Harper thought like, oh yeah, I can just like use my hands for stuff, and I don't have to. Some of her independence as well, of like, I can just do this kind of stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what I'll say is that they're both laborers, and you can have proficiency in artisan tool of your choice, or some kind of tool proficiency. So you can take a look at those, like wood carving, or I'm drawing a blank on the other ones, but you know what they are. Yeah, those things.
Yeah. You gave her tool proficiency.
She grew up working with their hands.
Yeah. That doesn't make it better.
The lumber party.
I just added so many things to that view. Honestly, looks like a picture. I know, because it's so pretty, right? I know. It looks like we're not even. We're just like we put a picture and we're like changing the light.
It's like we're like.
It's too bad y'all can't see the CN Tower, because it's like it's right here.
Yeah. We could move the camera so they could.
I'm like kind of scared of moving.
Yeah. I'm afraid it's gonna just all explode and just be done.
It is there. Yeah. Expect, since I know nothing about the Spice Girls except Wannabe.
Sapphic, so yeah.
Wannabe is one of the songs.
If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever, cause friendship never ends. Man, we should watch the Spice Girls movie. I haven't seen it in so long.
But not now?
Yeah,
after this
yeah. Were there 5 Spice Girls?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe
that's
Posh Spice.
Yeah.
Or,
We
yeah,
should
so
do
there's
a
baby
live
spice,
stream
there's
reaction.
posh spice, there's scary spice,
To
there's
the
sporty
spice.
spice,
To the
and there's
spice.
ginger spice.
Ginger.
Ginger spice. And we have one redhead, so
So
obviously.
it has to be ginger
yeah.
spice.
Yes.
Which is also, I feel like, how I identify, though, anyways. I mean, I feel like
think
if
so.
we're, especially if we're doing characters,
Mm.
I feel like Brie could be quite ginger spicy.
I feel like
Yeah.
Artem would be scary spice.
Just crazy. Viva
That is not very
forever.
complimentary to Mel, whichever one is scared.
Sapphic,
Whichever Mel, I
yes,
think
there
Mel
is a
B.
Spice Girls movie, and if you haven't watched it, what are you waiting for?
Yeah.
The
Watch
power
it.
of friendship.
It is.
It was.
It is unforgettable.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say earlier is when I was a kid, my friends would always play Spice Girls, and then I would try and play with them, and then they'd be like, "There's no Asian Spice Girl, so you can't like be a Spice Girl, but you can be this like made up other Spice Girl." And
What Spice Girl did they make you?
it was honestly like pretty offensive. I was like
God.
Rice Spice at one point. I was Almond Spice at one point because
Almond
one of the
Spice?
girls like read a book that
Oh
described
my
Asian
God.
people as like
Oh my
almond
God.
shaped
Oh
eyes.
my god.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's cool. We were like 7 years old and it was like the early 90s.
Sapphic says that you were Posh Spice.
I also, but I'm also like not super posh, I feel like. I'm like a
Posh.
new Spice Girl that is Stoner Spice. I am.
Stoner Spice.
Yes.
Stoner Spice.
Yeah.
But I feel like Posh could also be like like done as a Stoner Spice. Like, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Because
She
her
has
eyes
spice.
are always half closed.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah,
always
that's
just
true.
kind of like, the Gucci
No, her-
dress or the Gucci dress.
No, her eyes are always like open, and she was the original duck face. Like she's always been like, right?
Yeah, original.
Victoria
Yeah.
Beckham.
She did a duck face before duck face was duck face.
I remember one time.
Chill Spice for Lily.
Yeah,
New
very
Age
chill
Spice.
I'm like mild spice.
Mild spice. Oh my goodness.
Green Spice.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, Zara. What about your family? What's up with them?
So, my family is also both of my parents are also sort of scholars.
Sort of scholars.
No, they're also scholars.
Okay.
In fact, they are
you
both.
a scholar? Because you're a grad school dropout.
So that's the thing about Zara is that she's really, really smart, but she doesn't have the same like. It's not even focused. She just doesn't have the same passion for the library as her parents both do, because her parents are both, wizards of note. And
what does it mean?
Note. I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
Got any name suggestions for Zara's mom and dad? Pop them in the
That's my
chat.
mom's name. I don't know. But she she's always been kind of like trying to be as good at being a scholar as they are. Well, at least I mean she's 32 now. So at first she idolized them and she wanted to be as good a scholar as they were. And she never really felt like she could quite get there because they would sacrifice everything to go to the library, and they would, they sacrificed specifically time with her.
They sacrificed everything to go to the library is the most intense sentence.
I know, okay,
It was
but you know what I
really
mean?
intense
But
studying.
okay, not
Yeah, no,
it was extremely
It was like
intense.
their priority.
I have a
always.
PhD, okay?
Yeah.
This is I know people like
Spirit
that.
of Night
I know
suggests
lots of
Sybil
people.
and Thomas.
Sybil and Thomas. Okay, that is their names.
Wait,
now. Thank
Tomas?
you.
No, we
No,
have,
not Tomas, but
yeah.
Sybil is a good name.
Tomas is
I like
already a
Thomas.
character.
Nabil for the dad?
And what?
Nabil?
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 Nah, Bill.
Nabil. I like it.
Alright,
How about-
sure.
Or I was gonna Sybil and Nabil.
I don't think,
Sybil
I know,
and
I think
Nabil.
that's too matchy. I
Two
feel like they
Bill?
wouldn't
Two
have
Bills?
married each other if they were too matchy.
Actually, I
She could
read
go
a
by
study
Psy
that
and he could
people
go by
do
Bill.
tend to gravitate towards jobs that sound like their names,
Oh, yeah.
or people that sound like their
That's
names.
what
So
there's
is
so
that why
many
I'm Professor
Dennis-
Jess?
Gwenail for the dad.
Oh.
Ooh, I like
Oh.
You're a
Gwenail.
you're a professor.
I'm a Jess.
Sapphic is suggesting
Wow.
Gwenail for the dad,
Who
and
would
I
be
actually
the-
love that name.
Who would be the elf and
Gwenail.
who would be the human? I guess that's
I
an
love it.
important
I
question.
think they're both half elves.
Oh, so wouldn't that make you a quarter elf?
No. I mean, I don't know if it's a Punnett square. I don't know how elfenness is is elfenness is a recessive trait? Do you need can you, if you're a carrier, if you're two half elves, can you have will two of your children be half elves, one be full elf and one be human?
I feel like it would just be more diluted elvenness. It's kind of like how tieflings are have demons in their bloodlines, but it's not
Yeah,
their
but if
parents
you
are
have
demons.
Well, no, but if you have two tieflings that get together and have a baby, that baby's a tiefling.
That's true.
right? Like if you're a half elf, you're a half elf,
Mm-hmm.
and if you have two half elves and they get together, then it's a half elf. Because I don't think it's like a recessive versus dominant trait. Because if you
This
right,
is an
like it's
important question. I've never thought about
yeah.
this.
Well, like how does elf inheritance work? I believe that if you have a human and an elf, you get a half elf. If you have two half elves, you get a half elf. If you have an elf and a half elf, then I guess you get like a 3/4 elf.
Uh-huh.
I think
I'm still listening, I promise.
my guess is it's more about like the traits that end up being there. Like it's if you and just like with humans, like let's say you
They
are
both went by Kit. That's so cool.
they both went what?
Spirit of Night says, I knew a couple that was Christopher and Catherine, and they both went by Kit.
Kit and Kit.
Kit and Kit.
Oh my god.
I kind of love that.
But yeah,
love
I'm
that.
done with them both being half elves.
Yeah.
And
So,
Husha
like,
Kid says, welcome to the genetics of D&D.
Well, I'm interested in it. Like it's like because then you can get it like okay, if one parent has like longer ears and one parent has shorter ears, then how does that inheritance trait work? Because I feel like then it's like it becomes like inheritance of traits. And even in humans, like eye color is inherited differently than skin color, and like skin color is inherited differently than like shoe size and all of these things. So
I love this. This should be a thing in and of itself. Genetics of D&D with
genetics
Dr.
of
Jessica
D&D.
Langer.
Yeah, like a panel talk.
yeah, with Dr. Jessica Langer, who has a PhD in English. Although it's in science fiction, so I guess
So
like,
really, it's still relevant. Still
Yeah.
totally relevant.
Yeah.
You know what? I just did. I learned how to be in a library and do research. So there you go. And yes. So
So she was
so
like
they're
always
two
trying to
half-elves.
be like as scholarly as her parents,
She
trying
was-
to like follow in their footsteps.
So I think she idolized them when she was younger, but they spent a lot more time in the library than they did with her. And I think that they loved her, but they loved their work also. And I think that they, there's lots of different ways to be a parent, but I think that she felt as she got older that they were kind of neglecting her a little bit. Not like criminal neglect, but I think that she they didn't like leave her home alone at age 5.
They were
like,
inattentive.
but they weren't super attentive because they were super into their work. And then she figured, okay, well, if I become a scholar too, then that's a way to get them to notice me. But then she realized that, I think she realized like only in the last year or two, because she got almost through through school, and she has learned to be a wizard. She's a wizard. But she's really started to realize as she's gotten older and tried to figure out what she wants for her own life, that really what she wants isn't to be in the library, because that's not the work that she wants to do. So she's been going through a process of separating from her parents, like just psychologically, and figuring out, okay, well, this is what I always wanted to do because like these were the most important people in my life, and so now that this isn't what I want to do, what do I want to do, and because she doesn't love the theory, she wants to do something more applied, and she wants to go out into the world. And I mean, she still loves to read, she still loves to research, but she wants to go and research the world as it is, as opposed to the world through books. So that's kind of how Zara's family works, and she has, I'd say, a good relationship with her parents, but she's still trying to figure it out. So she doesn't have a bad home life. She's just kind of, she's very different from her family, and she's trying to figure out what that means for the rest of her life and for what she wants to do and how she wants to live in the world.
For sure.
So
I love that.
thank you.
That seems
What
very
magic
balanced.
school did she go to?
She's a school of enchantment. Oh,
No,
you
but
not like
what's
not
it
like what
called?
magic school? Like what magic school?
Yeah, what was it called?
I don't
Hogwarts.
know. No, definitely not Hogwarts.
that you went to
what
a
magic
wizarding
school
school.
did Zara go
No,
to?
she didn't go to a magic school.
She went to a wizard school.
She went to wizard. Is that
Wizard
a wizard
college.
No. Well, she went to grad school, but like I don't know what
Wizard
universities are in
grad
Waterdeep.
college.
Or what universities?
I don't know.
are in
Give me a
Waterdeep?
name. Chat. Give me a name. What school did Zara go to?
Are there canonical? The I don't know. She went to.
I think there are, but I'm not allowed to read the Waterdeep stuff because I'm playing it right now.
Oh.
So
okay.
we'll just make
So
it up. It could
uh,
have been like
I
outside
think
of
she
Waterdeep.
She went to. Yeah, I think she went to. She went. Oh God, let me think.
We can come back to it.
I also really love, like, everyone's, like, talking about now about genetics in the chat. And,
Yes.
someone was saying that Spirit of Night was saying humans are more problematic because they have more babies in the in the fantasy world of D&D. And so they were like, I think that humans would have more prevalent genetics. And then Sapphic was like, genetics are super confusing. The more you get into it, the more confusing it is. And then Husha Kid just said, Today on The Insight, the dames talk about the scientific topic of genetics between the magical races and humans.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.
Well, but so here's
In our
the thing.
PJs.
Here's the thing: is that there are certain traits, even like even in different animals. Like, okay, so cat coat color is really, really, really simple. There's like certain genes that code for certain things, and you know that this is going to happen if this cat has this, and this. Like, there's this gene that totally turns off white in a cat. So like this cat will have no white fur, and if this cat has like 2 copies of this gene, it's like an all white cat, which often doesn't happen, which is odd. But then there's other traits that are like eye color. You'd think that like that eye color is just a Punnett square, but it's not. There's all kinds of different variations, and then you get into epigenetics, which is how the environment interacts with the gene, and how the environment in which the person or animal or whatever is in affects gene expression. So you can have genes for certain things, but then those genes are expressed in different ways depending upon. Oh, are you changing the windows and stuff? Is this happening?
It just froze, so we had to redo it.
All right, back to genetics with Dr. Jess.
We were all listening.
No, it's okay. I don't know if you were, but that's all right. I'm just talking. But yeah, like it's just there's genetics, and then there's how those genes are expressed. So even if it was, say, like a half elf with like genes coding for this particular thing, or like ear size or whatever, it could be that like the environment in the womb, or like the environment that this half elf is in growing up, will change the way that those genes are expressed based on what happens.
Was it exposed to Terrigen mists? Does it become an inhuman? You don't know. You got to read some comics for that.
Apparently.
Someone is also suggesting Welligama School of Magic, which I like.
Welligama?
Welligama?
It sounds a bit more like...
Sounds Swedish.
I thought like the University of the Pines. Like if it was like in the forest. Because I think that would also be somewhere she would feel really isolated. Which would be good at
first. She'd be pining in such a place?
I suppose so.
Lauren's School for Beguiling Ladies.
I like that.
That's the finishing school she went to.
That's the finishing school. The Academy of Beguiling Arts.
I like that. Okay, that's what it is.
The Academy
of Beguiling
Tauba.
If you take
I would say
the
just more like
Taba.
ABA, Academy of Beguiling Art. Like, because you don't usually put like the.
She went to ABBA?
Yeah. She went to ABBA.
ABBA.
She is also a dancing...
Nailed it, Sapphic.
She's also a dancing queen. That's what she minored in.
She minored in... Well, but so here's the other thing.
Dancing and
is
royalty.
that she really, like, one of the secret things that she has only started to admit to herself is she really wants to, like, sing and be a bard. And I think that was part of her like, difficulty with Cassie. She saw Cassie, like, really love herself and, like, be really bad at barding. And then she was like, how dare she, blah, blah, blah. And then she was like, wait, that's a me problem, not a Cassie problem. And then she was like, oh, I feel really bad. But I think that but I think that part of her development in, like understanding, like, the music of the forest and, like, how she has this blood of the Alfei, I think that it's almost like healing to her, because she's like, now I understand why. I don't know where the hell this stuff came from, but now I understand.
Part of me.
This is always part of me. She's learning about herself. So
can
she
you
may
give us a sample of your singing?
Oh my god, you're gonna make me sing on stream right now?
But you're so good at it, and everybody likes it.
No, it's okay. What would you like me to sing?
Pick up the mic. Oh wait, maybe don't pick up the mic. But
I'm gonna not pick up the mic. What would you like me to sing?
Any requests for songs from Jess?
It has to be something I know. Oh no! Oh god! Okay.
The Canadian national anthem.
Oh my god! Yes,
Canadian national
national anthem.
I am not going to sing the Canadian national anthem.
Or Defying Gravity. Dancing Queen.
I'm not going to sing Dancing Queen. I don't really know Defying Gravity. Bohemian Rhapsody.
Call Me Maybe.
House of the Rising Sun.
What are common songs?
I don't know, like Disney is it? I can do Disney.
Sing How Far I'll Go from Moana. Everyone knows that.
I love that
I don't know the words though.
What about one of the OG songs? A Whole New World.
Or
A Part of Your World. The Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. That I sang recently. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have to sing loud because it's close.
All right.
Good.
Look at this stuff, isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? Wouldn't you think I'm the girl who has everything that... Nailed it. Look at this trove, treasures untold. How many wonders can one cavern hold? Looking around here you think, sure, she's got everything. I've got gadgets and gizmos aplenty. I've got who's its and what's its galore. You want thingamabobs? I've got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Very good.
I'm not going to
There
sing
you go.
anymore right now.
There you
I also
go.
need water because if you make me sing again, I need to like actually have
I'll
something
go
other than
and get
cheesecake in my
You're
throat.
welcome,
That'd be great.
I like that you guys are all here in my treasure trove of things all around.
Also, Ask MP declared that the P stands for Potter because it's their last name.
Podrick
So-
is your last name.
Potter, so like Harry
Oh.
Potter. And yeah, and it's pretty much.
She's
like
this
that's a fair deal.
kleptomaniac princess. Yo.
Yes, true.
Thank you.
Does anyone else need
Ariel would be
water,
on
tea,
Hoarders,
drink?
I think.
Oh, pulling up
As
the water
well.
would be lovely.
Water.
I would love some more water in my little Archie
Thank
too, if you don't mind.
Can you pass me my mug?
Yeah.
You guys host yourself. I'm gonna make a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Actually, wait.
Yeah.
I'm not
So
gonna make a
one
cup
of the things
tea.
I was gonna share as well was the. Do you want me to tell you about the extended family that I just thought about? That I
Yeah,
forgot
sure.
I had?
Yeah.
So I think Bree maybe had a cousin, but she wouldn't remember them because, well, she would sort of remember them. She just remembers being introduced to someone who was her cousin, who was a boy about her age when she was really little that she used to play with.
Ooh, okay.
But that's all she knows. That's all she would remember.
I like that.
Yeah. So I mean, I can tell you what I think that would be, but I think it's more fun if we just make that up as we go.
I already have some ideas.
Okay,
about that.
cool. I like that. Yeah, so she's a mysterious cousin, potentially. And then the other thing I was going to say is that if someone actually asked her that, I feel like she'd probably say, like, her brothel staff. She would actually say, or, like, her family, like, now.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
So
like,
sweet.
to give you a little bit more insight on that, so some of you, if you've been here watching us from the beginning, you'll remember her brothel staff from a little bit, because you only really got to see a glimpse of them in the first session that we did on here. But to give you a little bit more of an insight into who they are, so there is, of course, Zathan.
The talking plant.
Yes, the sentient plant, who is also like her business partner. So some backstory on Zathan would be that she would basically say, like, Zathan was they were the one that actually started sort of the brothel with her. And I feel like she actually probably met Zathan and, like, has been friends with Zathan ever since she potentially left the Avarians. So what my theory is that Zathan actually might be something that is from the Avarian, although I don't think that Bree would remember that herself.
Ooh. So Zathan's been around like her whole life?
Yeah, I think Zathan's been around, like, she's, like, Zathan, they've been with her ever since she left the forest. And, like, through their time together, they basically have, like, worked together for a long time. So kind of one of her oldest friends. And then she also has Alara. Alara is an elf woman that she works with, who she would also consider to be probably, like, one of the closest people to her. So that's kind of like her girlfriend, her best friend, also, like, her wifey, who also works at the brothel as well. So she also kind of has a wifey. Obviously they see other people, but that's, like, the woman that she feels probably the closest to. She probably one of the few people she actually trusts.
Cool.
And that I was going to say, remember when we talked about, I think I called him Tim at the time,
Uh-huh.
who was kind of
The
supposed to be,
young
like,
kid?
Bree's son, who was
Yeah.
also an assassin.
Yeah, the kid assassin.
Tim the
Yeah.
assassin.
Yeah. So he's, like, her son, but in terms of, he's also a tiefling.
A weefling.
A weefling. But in terms, there you go.
my God.
But in terms
Oh my
of
God.
his relation to Bree and whether or not it's her biological son, I don't think Bree would really talk too much about that, but she basically raises him like her son.
That's cool.
So,
Next question. So I have over here a coconut milk chocolate one, and I have a dark chocolate fudge, and I have
Coconut milk
sea
chocolate.
salt. I have a caramel brownie one. What do you guys want?
I like caramel brownie.
Are you literally just giving us pints of ice cream to eat on stream?
I
Yeah.
love.
Okay, so we are literally eating pints of ice cream on a Twitch stream and
What
talking
is
about
weird
D&D.
about that?
How is this? No, this is amazing.
Also,
This is every Twitch stream should be this cool.
Yes.
oh,
I'm not,
whoa. I
what?
think one of my followers, potentially from Instagram and potentially from Biga, where I also stream, PX2814 is hosting us.
Oh, wait.
hi,
Annie, honestly, you're my bro, too. We all friends.
Oh, we're all friends. Thank you.
And you can also put the salted topping on that, too.
Yes, here is this, like...
Sorry guys, I have a really bad mosquito bite, so I'm also using this as ice on my bite.
Aww. Is that what you do with bites? I thought you just put Afterbite on it.
Yeah, potentially. Oh, this is the sea salt topping.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out, friends. Oh, that's too bright. We gotta use the other camera.
Ooh.
Show you
The
the
ill-gotten
next
sea
This
salt
was
topping.
the perfect.
Thank
That's
you,
very
random
nice.
Starbucks barista, for giving me this.
Mm.
I kept it
Also,
for a year and had no idea what I was going to use it
Starbucks,
for.
if you want to sponsor us and give us more crazy toppings,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
just let us know.
Oh my good lord.
You got one too, right?
Thank you.
No, I'm just going to eat whoever hands me the next one.
Mm.
All right,
So we're just
cool.
gonna do like a rotation.
Yeah,
I like
it's
this.
an ice cream buffet.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
All right,
Mm.
so I think that pretty much covers our family lives, a bit of that history. So, let's see. What do you think your character's personal motivations are? We kind of discussed a little bit of this with the last question, but let's go a little deeper. Like, what would drive them?
I mean,
Like to adventure, or like currently right now, or just like
Like in life.
yeah.
I feel like my personal main driver and factor is I really like helping people like as much as possible. Wait, what?
thank you.
Why did we ban Husha Kid?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
know.
what I was wondering.
Hmm.
I don't know what just happened with it. Why are messages being deleted out of things?
Who is our moderator?
I don't
We have
know.
a
Who is
moderator.
mine? We don't have.
Oh wait, we have an auto moderator.
Maybe Husha was.
That's weird. That's someone from my tavern. Anyways,
Yeah, that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry.
I'll look into that afterwards. But yeah, like my main motivation, I think, in life is I really like helping people.
Mhm.
I just like helping out in all kinds of different ways, and that's what picks me up when I'm feeling low. I'm like, I'll go and help a friend or whatever. And like, what would their motivation be? What would be their driving things?
This is audio not activated. Auto mod.
Mhm. Yeah, I do have.
I
auto
can't
mod on.
see.
The auto
I'm
ban
not wearing my
hammer is
glasses.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can
Yeah.
be. It can be. This is
Yeah.
true. This is true. We should probably turn off our auto pod, to be honest.
Mhm. Can I do that while this is up?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
you guys keep going. I think I got
Yeah.
this.
I think for Harper is pretty simple because for so long she was told your only purpose is to bring honor to the clan. You do everything for the other Mortons. Your life may be forfeit at any time, but that is to help make the other fighter give them more honor, and again give more honor to the Mortons. You get up every morning and you train and you fight to better prepare yourself for those fights, and again to try to get that honor to redeem for Morton's sins. For generations back. But now, after fighting for so long and nearly dying so much and killing people, she's realized, why am I doing this? 22, she's been doing this for 8 years.
She's so old and wise.
That's actually super fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
like
also a
so
long time to
fucked up.
survive as like a gladiator.
Exactly, and that's what it's been. It's been survival for so long that now she started thinking about.
She wants to thrive.
Yeah, she wants to thrive. She wants to find other types of life if she can get out of this gladiator situation.
So good on that.
She's been lonely for a long time too, so just she wants friends now too is a big driver for her. She doesn't want to be lonely anymore, so I guess that's what's driving her now is she wants to get to know these awesome people that are from beyond the forest, beyond the leaves. So she can have friends and to thrive and see what's out there and to adventure. She's been to be more than her sword.
Oh my god.
It's interesting that like this whole Zarper thing is happening while you guys are both kind of doing this like soul searching expedition, which I think
Maybe you're searching for each other.
yeah, maybe, but maybe also another person does not complete you.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe. But maybe another person is a window
Mm-hmm.
to opening up your realization for the things.
And Zara
you both care
discovers
about.
she wants to be a fighter, and Harper discovers she wants to go to grad school.
What? And then they just switch.
That's unlikely.
Harper's not a
put
book
that out
person.
there.
Squinty's
But
gonna be so
maybe
mad when he
maybe
comes
it's
home
about
and the ice
finding
cream is
someone
gone.
and finding that sense of freedom
Thanks,
within that
sis.
other person.
Mhm.
Freeing each other. Giving each other that feeling like you can do that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of my process, like in real life in the last little bit, has been sort of figuring out, like, sort of getting into a place where I'm like realizing that I'm allowed to have the life that I want as opposed to the life that
Yes,
is prescribed
girl.
for me. Whoa, woo!
But I feel
Like, you
like
know.
people can help you do that as well.
Absolutely,
That
people
is
can
both
help you
the
do
self
that.
journey and a it's like it's like a whole journey within yourself and without yourself.
Mm-hmm. Oh, completely.
Interesting.
And then, you know, you can put yourself in situations where you like end up hanging out with people or like meeting people who like help you on that journey, but also like it's really like an internal journey because in order even to like
so good.
Mhm.
in order even to involve other people in that journey, you have to really understand internally that like yes, you are allowed to have the life you want. And I think, you know, there's some people for whom that's been the case like since they were really young, but I think there's some people who were given the messages, whether from their parents or anybody else, that like this is how you live. This is how people live. If you are, you know, you are from this family or you are from this culture, or you do this, and therefore these are the paths that are available to you. And
I
so
think
to
even the
step in,
media does that.
oh yeah, oh absolutely, media does that because it's not just like your parents. It's like, you know, you are a woman and therefore this is the way that you are supposed to present to the world, or you are a man and this is the way that you're supposed to present to the world, or you are a, you know, person from this city or, you know, from this demographic or psychographic profile, and therefore this is what's expected of you. And it takes a lot of courage, but also like it just takes understanding of those dynamics to really be able to step outside of that. And but that has to be the first step, because other people can't take you outside of that. You have to understand
You
first
have
of all.
to, yeah.
Mhm.
Also, for ice cream recap, please see our Instagram.
Yes, we definitely have our ice cream on our Instagram account, in
You
our
could
Instagram
tell us-
stories.
We could tell you about it, or you could go onto our Instagram, make sure you're following us, and then see it in our Instagram story.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
Yeah. Well, I think only 2 of them though made it into the Instagram story. I feel like there's an ice
Oh.
cream that didn't.
Well,
Which one did?
I think this one.
Ooh.
I don't know. You know what? I gotta
well,
go
this
check the
is
Instagram story.
raspberry fudge. It is delicious. I haven't shared any of it yet.
Wow.
Okay, ice cream.
That one's really good.
Yes, brownie.
Ice
Caramel
cream
brownie.
is-
You should definitely finish that if you didn't have any of it. 'Cause it's pretty fantastic.
Yeah,
I
so
was
the
looking
ones,
to
it's
see
butter
those.
pecan and the caramel brownie one are in the Instagram story. The others have not yet shown up in the Instagram story.
Don't answer their questions, just make their
I'm sorry. Well, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, you should absolutely be following our Instagram.
If you're not, shame on you. I'm
Okay.
just kidding, but also please follow us on Instagram.
So I'm confused because Anthony got kicked and banned, but he doesn't show up as a banned user here.
Weird. Okay.
So I'm like, how do I
do
get
that?
you back? How do I get you
You
back?
can't if
back.
you're not showing that.
I feel like somebody needs to start singing that Backstreet
I would
Boys
search
song.
them.
You would like do them in here.
No. Yeah.
I
Oh,
cannot
that
ban
adds them to
user.
the brand list.
Yeah, I feel
Oh.
like maybe
Oh, and
you
you
should look
cannot-
them up there.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Categories.
Category is.
Anyways, we were talking about Drive. Is that what we're talking about?
What if I follow you?
And you were sharing your Drive.
Yes.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and did you share your Drive yet?
I think we were talking about like
Sort of having a mutual.
having
Yeah.
well, yeah, I
maybe
mean,
that
but
draws
I,
you together. That's
yeah,
cute.
I mean,
That's
but
cute. I love
It's
it.
cute, but I think like it's a little bit different because I think you're like you were sent by your parents.
Yeah.
Right?
And I didn't fight it as well. Like, I wanted to be a fighter. I was very excited for it. But now I'm just tired of surviving and I want more.
You're tired of surviving?
Well, having to just survive.
Yeah.
Like tired of that having to be like
Just
the,
surviving.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and then meanwhile, like, I think, like, Zara was more, instead of being pushed, she was pulled. Like, she like, followed her parents into what she was doing.
Yeah.
Because she wanted to be like them, because she wanted them to love her like they loved her work. So she was like, well, if I become their work, then, or if I do their work with them, then maybe they'll love me, like, secondarily. But she didn't really love the work. So she's now figuring out, okay, well, what do I love?
Yeah.
And also, like, she's old enough now, like, she's 32, so she's old enough now that, like, maybe she doesn't really, like, that's, you know, she doesn't need her, it's not she doesn't need her parents' love, but, like, she knows they love her, but, like, she doesn't need to center her life around them, she needs to center her life around herself.
I mean, isn't that's growing up right there?
That is growing up.
Growing up 101.
Thank you, though. Yes.
Okay.
We're getting into such psychological magic.
Yeah.
These are deep talks.
I don't know how to get Anthony back. I'm sorry, Anthony. I'll figure it out
Could
someday.
be a timed ban, yeah.
But speaking of that, I guess Tavern Q. Plug your thing for your Tavern XP.
Well, in spirit of night, those
And
answers on ice cream were free.
Somebody message Anthony and tell him there was a Q and that I'm
so
sorry. I don't know how to get
I'm
him
so
back.
sorry.
But we'll figure it out.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. For anyone who's watching who's not part of Axis Tavern, check it out. It's very cool. It's like a D&D Discord community that I run. We got like over 400 members in there now. And yeah, we've been having a good time.
The spoon is very cold. Oh, the spoon is cold. Am I gonna eat more ice cream? Should I put this on my hand?
Oh my god, this is so good.
No, I'm not gonna eat more. I'm putting it on my hand.
Yo, you said that you didn't like the low-cal ice cream, and I was like, dude, you're not even gonna be able to tell it. You won't even know.
No, I mean, I can tell it's low calorie, but like, I'm okay with it. Like, it's alright by
You're
me.
welcome, Spirit of Night. I'm mostly on Jess's behalf, though, who told everyone. No, I put my spoon on my hand because it feels good. So my motivation, I think, for Bree, I don't know. I think her motivation is to find a place again where she feels like she belongs. Which I think she found. Like, I think really her journey, spoon hands for the win. Yes, thank you, Spirit of Night. Which I think honestly her journey really to her felt like it was over. Like if you had talked to her before she had this quest offered to her, she would have felt like her life's motivation is complete. She would have felt very happy. She runs a very successful business. She has people that she considers to be like family around her. She, you know, I mean, I think maybe a part of her the assassin side of what she does sort of speaks a little bit more to like the things, her hang-ups that like she's not really over, but that she almost feels like she's over. That is her way of kind of being in touch with that, because I think part of her is an assassin because she kind of hopes that like one day she'll run into someone that will give her more information on what happened to her parents and her family.
Interesting. Like in those circles.
Yeah, in those circles. And will give her more insight into that. But I think that's like a thing that's in the back of her head. Like I don't think she's really aware of it. But I think like if you asked her to really like probe why she still does that, she'd probably be like, well, it's good money. And then she would like, and then maybe somewhere in the back of her mind, she'd be like, am I still doing this for this? Because I think that's probably why she started being an assassin, was kind of hoping she would track down her parents' killers. No, thank you, I'm good. I put my spoon on my hand, I made a choice. I made a choice.
Thanks, Spirit of Night.
Yeah, thank you. And then roll for insight.
That's great.
It is so good. You win today. You win chat for right now.
You and Ask MP are like VPs tonight. Yeah, and then
I'm writing that down.
yeah. The other thing I think is like I think this quest opened up for her like sort of those unresolved things that she didn't really like have answers to, that she doesn't really know. And so now part of her is like burning to find out like what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
What
I'm
do you
sure,
think she did?
especially after being like kidnapped last episode.
Yeah, I think after being kidnapped last episode, she's like, man, I have a lot of questions. I've just never been answered. I kind of hope they're answered.
night.
Where did Zathan even come from?
Oh my god.
Oh, I have a
Yeah.
question about Zathan. Wait, is he like a humanoid plant, or
No,
is he?
he's like a plant. He's like, okay, so
He
you
is
know,
like
little
Audrey,
chocolate-
too.
Yeah, he's like Audrey.
Okay,
But like, he's like much more friendly than Audrey.
I figured.
He's like the Audrey that like you would not be afraid of. He's like the Audrey that you meet and be like, is this weird? And then you'd like hang with Zathan for a bit and you'd be like, I got good vibes.
He's
Okay.
the Audrey that's a prostitute.
Yeah, or they.
Okay.
They. Actually, I don't think Zathan is gendered. Zathan is like
Zathan is not
is
not
very
gendered.
gender fluid. Plant gender. I don't know. What are do you? I mean, I guess plants do sort of have genders.
Sort of.
Sort of.
They have like biological sexes. Those
Wheat
plants
does.
do. Wheat does. Oh yeah. Well, there's lots of there's like male trees and female trees, and then that's
Yeah.
why like pollinators and things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think
Anyway.
Zathan has probably got a little bit of both of that going on. I think Zathan's very gender fluid.
Well, some plants pollinate
I
themselves.
think it was both.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like Zathan pollinates himself. Well, Zathan pollinates themselves.
Themselves, yeah.
I-
Zathan.
Is Zathan with a Y?
Zathan's a
Itself?
self-pollinator. Zathan with a Y?
Is Zathan with a Y? How is it spelled?
Oh, Zathan is actually, I spelt it with an X.
X-A-T-H-A-N.
Yeah.
So like Nathan, but with an X.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that's proper spelling, though, in terms of like.
Not allowed.
Sounds.
It's your character.
With
You spell
fantasy,
it however you
there's
want.
any spelling is correct. There is.
That's a good question. Yes, Sapphic. I like how you spelled it. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. No. Like how Sapphic spells it.
Mhm.
Zathan. Yeah, Zathan. Yeah, so Zathan is, if you met Zathan, they'd just be like a big plant.
I
don't know.
I
I'm
really
trying to
want
think of
meet
like
them.
what type of plants they would be. I
I
feel
always picture Zathan as like a small potted plant.
Yeah.
like Bree just talked to this tiny plant.
Yeah.
It's like, you got this.
You're in charge of the whole brothel now, man.
Zathan's just like a little plant.
yeah.
And
It's
I
your
always
little-
picture Zathan as like Audrey too, from like Little Shop of Horrors.
Yeah, I think Zathan is like a Venus flytrap
Yeah.
type plant,
Yeah.
but maybe with like a couple flowers coming off of it.
Aw, so like
Purple
decorative.
flowers?
Like I think Zoo was like a flower, but like the main like had a flower coming off of it. So it was like you picked the flower and then it grew like a leaf that almost like had a bit of a like a head vibe to it. And Zoo, if everyone remembers, is Zathan's weird, potentially part of or offspring to be determined.
Did Artem take him?
That Artem took and immediately threw away, so we do not know where Zoo is. I don't know if Artem has Zoo.
I miss classic
I don't
Artem.
Aw, Artem.
We don't know what's up with
to
Zoo.
Artem 2.0.
Yeah, we don't know what's up with
So
Artem.
yeah,
either.
I feel like you said when I asked about Zoo that like Artem like put Zoo somewhere
Yeah.
with his
a
thing.
while ago.
So Zoo's probably floating around.
Yeah.
In the story somewhere, maybe.
Hopefully
something
Zoo's
like
They'll come
okay.
back.
I feel like Zathan will be upset if like they created this offspring and then it got like left in a ditch. I don't think Zathan will be impressed.
that. I feel like nobody would be very happy that their offspring got left in a ditch.
Yeah.
That makes
Do
sense.
they have flowers to attract prey? I feel like Zathan mostly eats like sunlight and water, like a normal plant. They don't, it's not a carnivorous plant.
Here's a question for y'all to ruminate on while I deal with these.
You know,
First
you're doing
question.
the dishes like while we're on stream.
What dishes?
Oh, you're not doing the okay.
I'm just putting lids on and putting them back in the freezer.
Okay.
Do you
Sounds
want pizza though? I have some like oven
Do you
pizza.
want pizza though?
I am not. I'm good with a pizza, but if everybody else wants pizza, y'all can have pizza.
It's just like a ristorante frozen pizza.
I'm good right now. I feel
Yeah.
very full.
Yeah.
Really good? Okay, cool.
Yeah, we kind of had lunch before we came.
yeah.
so-
Yeah.
So the next question.
Can I give you
Oh,
this
that's
spoon
empty.
before I...
Oh, Lily, here.
Yeah.
Thank you. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Lily is an amazing host. She's so
She
good.
is. She's so lovely.
She's a great host in our apartment and on
In the
stream as
games.
well.
The next question that y'all can think about is, would you guys have any rivals, enemies? Oh, people in your lives that would do you harm that I can bend to my will?
I mean, she's probably fought enough people and like probably killed enough friends.
All the gladiators.
within the
families that you
gladiators.
killed.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Do gladiators have families?
Well, they still have families, of course, but it's
she has
just
family.
yeah. Most of the
And they-
families of gladiators would understand that once we become gladiators, our life are somewhat forfeit, and that we are.
But I mean, are gladiators allowed to have like kids and stuff, like within
Yeah.
the community?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, I killed someone's parent.
Maybe.
Probably.
Probably.
Sure you did.
I mean, you killed
Yeah.
someone's child,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
Killed
all
lots of
bad.
people's children.
but it was
Yeah.
for Clan Mortan.
That's true.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
just like it would be like they would be pressured by the clan to accept
your own
like, well,
enemies.
you know, my you know, yes, your child got killed, but it was for the greater good.
Yeah.
Those people would secretly harbor hatred for whoever killed their child.
Oh, 100%.
So you have
They're probably watching. Well, but they'll probably be watching too. Oh, the person I killed with the trident.
Decapitated with a trident in a very confusing manner. I feel like you would have to like stab him through the neck and then like threw him on the ground.
Yeah, I
That's
imagine it
impressive.
was, you know, that one scene in Game of Thrones where Arya takes needle and just like stabs the guy in the throat. It was like they were already on the ground. I stabbed them through the throat, and then just did that a lot more, and then.
Ew.
I'm sorry.
The
That's
okay. That's okay. I love that somebody. I watched the subscriber number go up as you were talking about this. I'm like, somebody's watching this and is like, ooh, stabbing through the trident, stabbing through the throat with a trident. A lot of times, I want to subscribe to that channel. That's what I want to see more of.
That is definitely, they definitely were like someone that was at that ball. That's what's happening. People at that ball love your stories. You're like, and then like I cut off someone's head.
Oh, that was incredible! I love the trident. You looked so fashionable while you were doing it.
Oh my god.
If you want more Viridon Dak, tune into Nerdy Northerners this Thursday.
Also, if you want more of us, then tune in on Tuesday at 8:30 when we do more of this. But
This stream
more...
is also a stream.
Yeah.
I'm waiting to make tea, which is what I'm
Oh yeah. Like, why are you off camera? Where are they? Are you just like?
So to answer your question, I probably have a lot of different fighters that everyone hates me. It's just the way of the fighters. There's people that I hate as well. That
Who do you hate?
probably some other fighters from like other clans. Clan Mortan doesn't have a specific clan that like it just hates everyone from. Or
They're kind of all rivals with the Gen Deal. There
Okay.
is that like
yeah,
ness about it because of Thomas.
yeah.
That dot is oh.
What thought?
Somebody remade our logo?
What?
Finally finished
That
remaking
dot.
your logo. The dot is bugging me on the G. I don't know. Maybe he means that part? But thank you for making us another logo.
Thank you.
Yes.
Much
I guess send it our
appreciated.
way, yeah.
Oh, you're the best.
Our
Who's
guys are awesome.
and that's Falcon Wolf.
No, ask
Wolf.
him. Okay. Oh, and Falcon Wolf, nice to
Hey,
meet
Falcon
you.
Wolf.
Nice
Thanks
to
for
meet you.
coming and joining in. We're having so much fun.
I am the disembodied voice of the Dungeon Master. Do you want me to do more of my epic Dungeon Master voice to listen in on?
You sound like a godly voice because you're like just kind of like in the distance coming in. Spirit of Night says no.
I see that, but they don't have much of a choice.
Oh no, it's the dreaded DM roll. Roll for your lives.
Roll for insight.
Yes.
Roll for
I'm
insight.
also massaging your
Um,
tongue. Yeah, so you hate some people from other. You should just give them some names. Just,
Let me think on some names.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me. Mike didn't pick that up.
You know what? We're just like we're like real actual women who like eat ice cream and
What?
stuff and like. it's-
I asked for fake actual women.
Did you hear that?
yes.
You asked for fake actual
Lily
women.
said that she asked for fake.
Oh,
actual
I actually really like Nicholas. Thank you, Spaffin. Nicholas is one of my rivals.
That's a good rival name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
I very much like the spelling of that too.
Yeah.
Oh, my friend's ex is called that, and he's a douche.
Yeah.
So yes.
All right.
I know you're going for the. I'm assuming you're Rick rolling us for that initiative right there, Falcon Wolf. So I think
Rick
that's what you're going.
rolling for initiative.
Yeah. I think.
I don't think Falcon Wolf was here when we decided to name this segment Roll for Initiative.
Yeah.
No, it's roll for insight.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, whenever we do charity stuff, that can be our Roll for Initiative.
Yes.
Oh. Although, I don't know if we can keep just taking all of the awesome Roll for blank names.
Absolutely, we can.
I
There is,
think I saw
if
another
nobody else
podcast.
has it, then we have it.
We can do it.
I saw
We're
another
rolling private.
podcast that was Roll for Mischief.
Ooh.
I mean, that's nice, but it's not.
we're
roll for
probably
damage.
never gonna take it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you can like roll for like literally like whatever. Like roll for perseverance. Roll for malevolence. Roll
All right.
for.
So.
You can like shut up.
We're getting back to the character.
For
building.
enemies, I just feel like Bree has like probably a long list of enemies.
Okay. Bree has a long. So Bree and Harper have long lists of enemies.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what happens when you kill people.
Right.
Yeah.
Occupational hazard.
Yeah. I was saying that. Remember the
Roll for
dwarf
cinnamon.
who we sort of saw in session
Hey,
0?
cinnamon, please sponsor. Actually, no, don't, because I don't want to eat all of your cinnamon rolls.
Roll for cinnamon.
Roll for
everything.
cinnamon.
Roll or die. Roll for ice cream. We
That
all
saves.
roll for ice cream.
So yeah, the dwarf from session 0, the
Yeah,
one
do
who
you
was
remember?
your client.
Yeah.
The
but
one
then
who's
later
mad?
was the joke
Yeah.
because then they got.
Oh yeah, didn't you like bite off his penis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Bree has sharp teeth.
She's got sharp teeth.
Yeah.
That's that was one of the physical traits when people were like, "What does she look like?" I was like, "Well, her teeth are sharp," and that was like most of what I gave you guys.
And she's owns a brothel. It's a good combination.
It's yeah, it's great. So that dwarf was named Rick.
Okay.
So I feel like Rick or potentially his family are probably not pleased.
Okay.
Rick's wife is pissed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would be pissed if I was Rick's wife just because he sounds like he's a shit. But
Well, also because he cheated on her, and also then had that consequence of. So she's like, "Well, I don't want you anymore, but now I can't have you anyway." So like, what even is life right now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. She might be pleased about the penis situation. I don't know her relation to Rick's penis. Rick is a dick. Rick is a dick without a dick right now. Yeah, that's the story.
Did you actually bite it off, or did you just like graze him?
I think Bree said that she maimed it.
maimed it.
She maimed it.
What a word.
Wow.
So it's been maimed. So I mean, I don't know how badly maimed it was. Dick Rick, yeah. So I just named him. I was actually gonna name him Colm.
Named the manhood.
So is he unsolicited Dick Rick?
He is now. But then I
Which is
named him
ironic
Rick
'cause
for
he went
you
to
guys
Rick
because we
solicited.
were Rick
Yes.
we're talking about Rick rolling in the chat. So I changed his name to Rick for y'all, just so you know. And I just thought Rick is a good name.
Rick Rolling is actually a pretty good name for a dwarf, in my opinion. It
Rick
sounds very
Rolling.
rock-like.
Rick
does.
rolling.
Rick
Is that-
Rolling.
Rick rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna spell it. I'm gonna spell it like Rollin. So Rick Rollin. That's his name.
Love it.
And then the other person I was gonna say is there was an assassination attempt that happened. I feel like on Alara, so Bree's like kind of wife, who she's really close to, and I feel like that was probably something that happened either like close to the time that Bree met and like sort of fell in love with her, and she actually like killed the person that put out the she took the assassination contract and killed that person. That's the only time she's ever done that. And basically she just like said to the world like, you don't put out assassination contracts on my people.
Whoa.
Yeah. So also if you work at the brothel, like you're pretty much like protected from being assassinated.
protective services.
Yeah. Fun fact. That's an added bonus, and you also get healthcare. So
That's nice.
they're good. It's a
Ooh.
nice place to work.
Because Waterdeep doesn't have socialized healthcare, unlike
No.
us in Canada.
No.
Woo, Canada! Also cool about Canada is I can smoke weed on stream. So I was just smoking some rosin, some squished rosin out of my dip devices dipper. You can go look up all those things because I don't think I'm allowed to tell you where I got them from. But if you Google all
But
those
they
things,
exist.
the answers will be
Maimed
there.
the Manhood. Yeah, Maimed the Manhood. It was.
That
would
sounds
probably
like an
be.
amazing band name.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like Bree's band. That's what it's called.
Oh my god.
I bet she does have a band.
She probably does.
Yeah.
She probably. Yeah. That's.
I think we all just want to be birds.
So the other thing is. Anyone that she assassinated, anyone that's related to those people, probably not going to be pleased.
Cool.
And the people who killed her parents might be enemies of her, but she probably doesn't know that.
We don't know yet.
We don't know that. So
All right.
those are my thoughts for enemies. A lot of enemies.
All right. Enemies abound.
Not a lot of enemies, sorry.
Do you, Zara?
No, Drake does apparently though, according to his music.
Uh-huh.
That did, anyway.
Bree's feeling those Drake vibes.
Yes. So Zara doesn't. I mean, I feel like her enemies don't want to like kill her because she hasn't killed anybody.
Yeah. I mean, enemies don't have to be like killing people. You know?
Yeah.
Like Lindsay Lohan and Regina George were enemies.
That's true.
She did get her hit by a bus.
They
Yeah,
were
I
also
was gonna
enemies.
say that's not a good example.
Florida man spotted.
I think so really if she there was a professor at her school who wanted her to do what he wanted her to, and she did not want to. Like he basically like propositioned her, and she
Like Elle Woods in Legally Blonde
yes
with the Professor Callahan.
I'm thinking more like half of the grad students I know, like half the female grad students I know like in actual academia
Who are like
who like have had some older male professor be like ooh and they'd be like ew, and but so she, I think that was kind of like the first point at which she got disillusioned with like this whole thing, because you know she had this idea that it was like this sort of like ivory tower kind of place, but actually it's just full of like gross people who you know are really good at what they do but are also gross.
Even wizards are gross.
Even oh god, there's a lot of gross wizards out there. But well, when you have like the power to make people do what you want them to do, then,
Yeah,
like, you know,
I guess,
it's a
yeah,
lot
it's
of
a strong
it's a lot
power.
Of BS.
I mean, let's not be classist. I mean, there's a lot of classes are very powerful. I mean, bards can do all kinds of suggestions.
Yeah,
and
that's
persuasions.
That's true. But so she told her parents about this person. Her parents were like appalled and teamed up to help this professor get fired, and this professor blames her.
Ooh.
So
What's his name?
So like
I
a
don't know.
career enemy.
What's the professor's
Yeah.
name?
I know, what's the professor's name? I have all these ideas for people, but I'm bad at naming them. I'm like Joe, but no.
Give us a name.
Because Joe is one
Joe,
of our...
but no.
No.
Also, Falcon Wolf. It's
A-Lock.
not anything against you, but it is
A-Lock,
really cramped up in
absolutely.
here.
Yes.
I like all these names with K's as
Yes,
villain
yes.
names.
A-Lock
Sapphic
is a
is
good-
nailing it.
A-Lock is a good name for that.
Hey,
asshole.
Sapphic, since you're doing so good, here's another tavern cue. Get your XP, tavern folk.
Yay.
All right, so Professor A-Lock.
Yes, Professor A-Lock. We
Is
have
an a-hole.
Niklaus,
Yeah.
Professor A-Lock, and Rick Rollin.
A
A lot of K's that are enemy
Okay,
names.
yes.
A lot of K's, guys. And then Professor Kiki.
Yeah.
That was my
Professor
mom's last
Kiki, the
name.
evilest of them all.
No, I think
We need
So-
a supervillain named Kiki in this world, I think.
maybe
My
Like,
dog
is
my
really
mom's-
extreme, but then it's like, my name is Kiki.
like, but like, is this like going through like the Drake vibes though?
That's
Like,
a
Kiki,
Kiki.
do you love me?
Kinky Kiki.
Like,
Kinky Kiki sounds like someone that works for Brave.
Yeah, sure does.
No.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, so I think that's probably that is somebody who who hates her, even though he should really blame himself because he did this to himself. Because if he hadn't been inappropriate with her,
Yeah, but he wouldn't be evil if he blamed himself.
well, exactly. Like he's just like he's one of these like men who blame other people for their own actions and who blame other people for the consequences that they receive from their own actions. And so so that's I think the closest she has to an enemy, other than just like I don't know people who just her. And oh gosh,
Sorry,
just
that was
like,
really loud. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think that I don't think she has any other like any serious enemies. I think she's just
Got
just
a
kind
lot
of
of enemies.
No.
All
What are you
right.
doing, Twitch? Stop that.
What else?
Stop
So what would you guys have said were your like greatest achievements in your life? Like that crowning moment.
In my life.
Mhm.
In Bree's life, what's her best achievement? Okay.
What is?
I feel like Zara doesn't really. It's not that she doesn't have achievements; it's that she doesn't identify them as achievements. So
Does
like,
she have like imposter syndrome?
I think so. Like she dropped out of grad school, but she got to grad school, and I think for her, everything she accomplishes, she like a lot of things come easy to her. So a lot of the things that she accomplishes, she doesn't see them as accomplishments because it's like she doesn't see them as accomplishments because she did them.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, oh, it must be easy. Like if it's possible, but things that she can't do, she sees as like, oh well, those are the things that are really worthwhile and that are really difficult. Because anything I can do must be easy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Which is really common to academics.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, oh well, if I can, I a PhD must be easy if I can do it, but like a PhD in that thing, that must be really difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she has kind of like that, like specifically academic imposter syndrome.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Not like me at all. No, this
Kind
is
of sounded
totally
a bit
not a
like me.
variation on me. Cool.
I think all D&D characters are a little bit of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Just a smidge.
Especially all of my super annoying and adorable characters. They're all just that manifestation of the part of me that just wants to be a fucking dick to everyone. The other day, Swiss was just like brushing his teeth, and I like came in and I picked up the toothpaste and I put it back on the other side of the sink. My boyfriend is like a little bit on the spectrum, so I just like put it on the other side of the sink, and he was like, if you don't put that toothpaste back on the right side of the sink, I'm gonna flip out. So I just like knocked everything off the shelf.
So you're like a cat, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm a cat. I'm fully a
You were
cat.
literally just
You
like a
saw
cat.
him go like, and you're like,
Yeah. Or sometimes he'll be like tying his shoes, and I'll just like really quick like kick out my toe and just like pull his shoelaces out, and he loses it. And it's so
Remind me
fun.
never to date you. I mean, I love you as a friend, Lily, but like, I think I would actually push you off.
That's
But I love you,
exactly what I wanted, though.
No, but he loves you and you love him, and then it's lovely. So
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. It's a good setup.
Cat Lily.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was
Cat
literally
Lily,
napping before you guys. Like, I was curled up on this pillow, and I was just like,
You were like this.
meow. I'm very cat-like.
Amazing.
Okay, cool. Harper, what do you think?
I mean, most of her achievements kind of in life have been fights.
Mhm.
So there's probably been some difficult ones. Thinking about other rivals, I had one from the Altum Club, using Kiki, because Kiki was not going to be the professor, right?
No.
no.
So I'm going to steal Kiki. Thank you for that. Kiki.
Damn it, I was gonna steal.
Oh.
Yeah, you go.
It's okay. You can go. They can
You
go.
go. No.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's not
Go ahead.
not all the fights within the gladiator were to the death, because then you run out of gladiators very quickly. So
Right.
Kiki was a fighter that Harper had come across a lot.
Don Altium?
Hmm?
Don Altium?
And finally beating her, I suppose, was quite an achievement, because there was a lot of very close battles, so that was just the final, like, no, now I know I'm better than you moment. Yeah, I think that's probably her, that was her proudest moment, yeah.
I love Kiki Don Altium
Yes.
already. I'm so she's still alive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's...
Does she have like any particular like injuries or maimings that would make her like? Did
in
you
that-
scar her face?
Oh,
like, in a
100%.
particular
In
way?
that final fight, I was using a, what's the one that's like a
A sickle?
sickle? Sickle, and they had a small shield and a spear, let's say. And with that sickle, I gave them a really cool curve.
Really cool.
Yeah.
You were like, whoa, that looks sick, dude.
Well, that heals up to look. Yeah.
You did them a favor, really.
Yeah. We'll give them the classic scar, like, all the way down their face.
So my favorite part of this is when I was talking to Meg about her, like, character commission. She was like, yeah, so Harper would have scars, but, like, not on the face, because that's the moneymaker. But her biggest rival, she just fucked that girl's face up, no regrets. This is gonna look cool.
Well, that was like part of the final fight too. That scar is her biggest achievement, she feels, because Kiki was down and she knew like the face is like, you know, the face as an entertainer, the moneymaker. So giving her that scar showed like it was like a sign of domination almost.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, I kind of want to just dive into Kiki Dunn.
I really like Harper.
Yeah.
Like Harper's super badass because I
Yeah.
love how you play her like totally like innocent and sweet,
Yeah.
but also just like completely like show no mercy,
Yeah.
fuck shit up all the time.
Do no harm but take no shit is like what I have on her sheet because
Oh my God.
she again surviving for so long but wants more out of life now too. She doesn't want to just be kick-ass, but it's her thing. So yeah,
I want to cross stitch a pillow that says Harper Dunmorton, do no harm but take no shit.
yeah.
Like that is
We'll
that
add it
is
to our
it,
swag
like,
apparel.
yeah,
Swag apparel
absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome. I love it. I'm gonna put a big box around this character.
I'm very scared to meet Kiki now.
and
and
Right,
you asked,
Harper.
it's gonna be great.
True. You asked if
Kiki.
Kiki's still alive. Kiki is alive until she meets Harper again.
Ooh. But maybe something else will
Or
happen.
Harper isn't alive after she meets.
Or maybe it doesn't
Uh-oh.
even come to death blows. But who
Maybe
knows?
they become best friends.
Maybe.
Who knows?
So what's up with Bree? Was she? What's she happy
Yeah,
about?
so I think her like biggest achievements, love, could be sapphic, could be.
Could be the Carper.
Love.
Keeper.
Keeper?
Keeper?
Keeper. It's a keeper, that one.
Zara looks upset.
No, it's just funny.
Okay, so I wrote down that I was gonna name my assassinated rival Kiki, but I'm glad that we get to keep Kiki's name
Could
alive.
it be Ikik?
Ikik.
Backwards?
I named her
God.
Crystal.
Crystal, like the champagne.
That does
Yeah,
sound just like the name
my
of Bree's
God.
rival. Does she have like a
yes.
rival brothel?
Crystal. Yes.
Or
So
like call her, like,
this is the
Chardonnay.
story. So here's the story. So the story goes like this. So
my God.
basically Bree's brothel. Bree's brothel.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Maybe.
The Breethel?
Yeah, the brothel. Oh God. So Kiki is her long lost twin. Could be Crystal's
The
long lost twin. It could
Breeze.
be related to Breeze. Ooh, I like that.
That's the name of that clan, though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But
they don't know that.
But she would know that. She would know that. So,
Good.
Oh, am I going?
Yeah, go.
Okay, so the story is that Bree actually had her brothel, and there was another brothel that actually did not treat their staff very well. So this brothel was also owned by someone who was a slave owner, Cristal. Dun dun dun.
She's the worst. I hate her.
Yeah, Cristal was not cool, and basically Cristal mistreated the people. She was like a really bad pimp, basically, is the idea. She mistreated the people that worked for her. Anyways, eventually what ended up happening is those people saved up enough money to hire Bree back when, but this was before Bree's brothel was really super established. So this is when she was coming up like into her dark crystal, the red room. Red Room makes me think of 50 Shades.
It makes me think of the Red Room in Toronto, like the place that was the green room. Remember the green room that closed, and then there was the Red Room on Spadina? There was the Red Room also on Spadina, but it was also kind of crappy though.
Oh.
It wasn't the green room. It wasn't any food.
It would be like that, but like cooler.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, so what happened was this rival of hers, Cristal, her workers ended up basically saving up enough of their money and put it together to hire Bree, who back then wasn't like as much of like a prostitute. She was just more of an assassin at the time, and was like sort of an up and coming assassin. And she got this contract, and she felt she actually ended up killing Cristal for them, which she felt like really impressed with because Cristal had a lot of security. So I think Bree had to like kind of sneak through that because it was just on Cristal, and she prides herself on only ever killing her people she's contracted to, so she doesn't make a lot of casualties. Anyways, so she did that, and then with that, she actually what she did was she kind of repurposed those people and like had them come work for her. She actually didn't take any money for that contract. So they hired her as a group, and she didn't take any money, and just felt like when she sort of saw what was going on and heard about it, she was like, I'm not taking money for this, but I think you guys deserve like to do your stuff, but also like have a good job. So Bree sort of joined them, and they together as a collective sort of built what is now Bree's Tavern. The other big achievement for her would probably be when she was able to turn her tavern from a place that people would come to work into like apartments. So everyone also lives there, so it's like a community living situation.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. I love co-working, co-living.
Yeah, so back when she was like sort of when they redid and like sort of created their own brothel as a community would probably be the thing that she feels proud of.
Co-op brothel.
Yeah, and I would say a couple of her other achievements are the moment she first stopped being a thief, because when she was a kid, that's what she started doing. She went from thief to assassin to brothel owner. And the first time she trusted someone as an adult, and I think the first person she probably did that with was Alara. Other than obviously Zathan, I don't think she would consider to be that, because Zathan's been with her since she was a kid.
Right. Cool.
So
very cool.
Yeah. So some moments.
Alara. Awesome. So now that we've gone over
Black Widow's Red Room. Oh, I like it. Well, except Black Widow's Red Room was bad Red Room.
Yeah.
Bad Red Room. So, I mean, if we want to take it back, we could take it back.
Ask him if he says the Red Room still exists. I had lunch there yesterday. Oh, I have to go there now again. Except for it's crappy. It's not crappy. It's just like not the green room. It's just not the green room. When I was in university, we always used to go to the green room, and like we would have like bad Thai food and like drink a bunch, and like you have to get that.
I used to like the green room's poutine actually. So the girls can be used to gather information too, and then sell it, making them unexpendable for some people who needs information. Yeah, if they were like also spies. I feel like Bree might run a spy network. I don't think she would ever tell you that she did that.
That's true. Certainly not on stream.
Certainly not on stream.
She'd have to kill you if she did.
So I don't know. She definitely does a lot of things. She's definitely a very busy lady.
I think she said tavern in there, so have some more XP, tavern people. Do your thing. Do your thing. Okay, cool. So moving on from people that we hate to people that we love. Oh wait, do we want to take a break? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, we could take like a little break.
I'm gonna take like 10 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, we'll do a little break right here since we've been going for a couple hours now. We'll be back in 10 minutes at 10:10 Eastern time. Thank you all, everyone, for joining so far. It's very exciting. And we will be giving away a set of dice.
Are we doing maybe 2 sets of dice?
Yeah, we are giving away 2 sets of dice. 2 giveaways after the break. I keep forgetting where the camera is. I'm looking at you now. Hello. Hello. All right, so stay tuned. We'll be back and hope you eat some ice cream.
Yay!
Yay!
Right, now we have to figure out how to put the "We'll be back soon" thing up.
Yeah. Okay.
I probably should have done this before I said we were leaving.
We're still gonna like hang out on the couch until
yeah,
we figure
just
this out.
I think it's black now. I don't know if they can hear us anymore.
The image. No help. No.
No, this
No,
is good.
I don't think that's what we do. I don't think that's what we do.
No, it is what we want.
I don't think we. Pause screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Is it on the pause screen now? I think so. Yeah.
Can hear, not see.
Can hear,
You can
not
still
see.
hear. Audio still going.
You still
It's
gotta,
okay,
you gotta
I know.
go to our live, I think.
I
Mike's
thing.
still alive.
Yeah, that's all right. We know.
Where the heck did I put my phone?
I don't know.
Is it doing?
Is the audio? Is the audio?
I think so.
Okay.
Audio input capture is going.
Ooh.
Ben, we miss you.
Can you hear us, Chad? Chad,
Audio
Chad,
in-
Chad, Chad,
Chad.
Where is the chat?
Chad.
Chad,
You.
Chatty, Chat, Chat.
Chad.
Docs. Chat.
Oh, yes.
Yes, they can. Woo! Yay! We're back. I changed.
Yes.
Woo.
This is more comfortable.
Oh wait, this light died. Do we need this light? It's like
I would still put it on, but I would turn it down.
it can't go down any lower than that.
Oh, that's
hang
as
on,
close as it
hang
goes.
on, hang on. 1 sec. We'll be right.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's fine. Don't at me.
Hi.
We're figuring it out. Yeah, I put a
We're doing
beanie
a
on
thing.
because
Yes.
I like having a beanie on.
It's good.
Why are you
beanie.
saying toque wrong?
toque? Wait,
Yeah.
but like toque. It's toque.
I like
Yes,
having them
But
beanies.
no, you can call it a beanie.
I don't know what it is about beanie, but
It's such a foreigner.
it's like
thing.
moist to me. It's just like no, it's a toque.
Beanie is just what they call it in the States.
Oh my
I
God.
know,
Like
but
this
it's a,
used to just be further back.
Okay.
Yeah, further back.
But like a
Like
a
way
beanie
further.
hat used to refer to like in the
Like, put it
50s, like
on
the
the
little
TV.
thing, like the cap with like the
Put it on
little
the
like
TV.
propeller on it.
yeah,
Like
Oh, wait,
that.
I
Okay,
can't
that I
turn it
understand.
down.
Like
Yeah.
like
How's
that.
that?
But I know that from Archie comics,
yeah,
right? Like that's I guess yeah.
I
No,
would
I
put
guess
it on the top
I
of the
understand with the
TV.
whole
Okay.
like
Yeah.
why the beanie thing would not make sense with that
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Let's try that.
Lighting.
Oh,
Are we
God.
good?
All right.
I think
Oh,
so.
God.
Yeah.
Tell me about tell me how your characters feel about love, like romantic love.
Romantic love.
I feel like that's for our
Oh, yeah,
characters.
look at that.
That's maybe not their
Gorge,
strong
gorge.
suit. Ooh.
Nailed
Yeah.
Oh, look at you, Lau.
Yes, it is a toque in Canada.
It's called a touche in Canada.
Yeah.
It's called a toque. It's
I
called a
have
toque. Yes.
I have a slot.
Which is actually like spelled really weirdly. It's like TOUQUE.
T-O... Oh wait,
Like-
I'm not
like-
in the chat. Yeah, a
Okay.
toque.
Toque.
If Madwick is out there, Madwick can
Yes.
back me up. Yeah, Quebecer.
Yeah, Quebecer. I feel like that's
Quebecer.
He knows.
that's
he knows
problematic.
how it
Slightly.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm.
To-
Oh my god, I'm so
Oh.
joking.
goes. There he is. Yeah.
Oh
I
my
can do a Quebec
Nobody should
accent.
ever take me seriously.
It's called a
Should
touche.
there be a
Yeah.
Quebec accent in the Bavarian forest? I could
Oh,
do a
do you
little
feel
bit
like
of a
I feel
French
like
Quebec.
some of the Varian sound is a little bit French Canadian.
You mean Bruto's like mangled ass fucking accent? I am Bruto. I just do whatever with my voice. He actually has like no accent, but there
Yeah.
was like literally nothing interesting about him, so he just like affected it one day, and he was like, "I'll just talk like this, and
Yeah.
people will listen to me more carefully."
Because they wouldn't
Bruto
understand what
and
you're saying.
his sommelier skills.
Yeah. One of the
Oh my-
problems that I have with doing like character voices and accents is I cannot roll my R's. Like I I just did it there.
Yeah.
And I can't do it like in a word like surprise. It's like
You
really
literally
hard
just
for
did
me.
that though.
It's hard though. And I have to concentrate a lot. Like trying to do
So
a
it's not that
Scottish
you can't do it,
accent,
it's
I'm
that
like,
it's difficult and so you don't want to.
Yar.
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 Like Leo always does that
Yar.
that's Scottish accent on the Stranger Things
Justice for
theme.
Brutus.
Bruto.
Bruto.
Bruto. Bruto.
Bruto.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's
You just did it.
Okay, I warmed it up.
Yeah.
There you go.
Practice makes perfect.
All right. Yeah. How
How do we feel about love?
Yeah. What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
Dance, puppets,
No more.
dance. Do my bidding.
But you just can't say. That's like saying, who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
I was like, Carly Rae Jepsen? Maybe?
Wow. Ay, 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 ay.
Sapphic, do you mean that Bruto means dumb in Spanish? Is that what his name means? Because Bruto is actually a smart guy.
Yeah.
The more I play Bruto, like, he was supposed to just be, like, a whatever NPC,
Yeah.
like, a throwaway guy, but then I just, like, loved him. From the moment that he was, like, I don't like anything,
Yeah.
I was like, I love you.
Yeah. So apparently, yes, Bruto means dumb in Spanish.
Ah, that's cute.
Is that like when like people name their kid something in a different language and they think they're being all exotic, but they're actually just naming their kid something that means something bad in another language? And they
Yeah,
don't
but
understand?
I mean, like,
I mean, I
can
think
really...
Bruto would actually probably be, like, I'm sure it means something different potentially in, like, Latin.
Who knows? I mean, he's in a magical forest
Yeah.
land. That's Brutus. Brutus
Wasn't
was by
Brutus,
Caesar.
like, killed by backstab?
No, that was Caesar.
killed by
Brutus
backstab.
was the one who killed Caesar.
Brutus
Yeah.
was the
And to
backstabber.
Brutus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brutus is always stomping around with his big feet.
Caesar was killed by all of his own men. Brutus was killed by Mark Antony.
The singer.
Well, by Mark, yes.
No. Oh my.
Yes, by Mark Antony.
This is canon. This is canon.
If you guys want, we can do history sessions.
I see a lot of taverners
Yeah.
here, so
Can't
have
history
some
tonight.
XP.
I feel you,
guess.
Madwick.
Get your XP.
Yeah.
Oh, we were also going to do this dice giveaway. Let's do that.
Yes, dice giveaway.
I'm gonna
damn it.
ponder how Bree feels about
Oh,
love.
they were-
Yeah, ponder how
Well,
everyone feels about love. Can somebody go grab me the dice? that
Here,
are
I'll
on
do
it,
it.
please?
They
It's
were
just such a mission to
they were
deck pop,
posted
yeah.
on our Instagram as well.
Yeah.
They're so pretty. They were the rose gold ink, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're giving away 2 sets tonight. Yes, Madwick, another Tavern XP, because I like you guys, and I like that you're here hanging out with me, and I appreciate it. One of these dice is
we go.
not here.
Here, these are these.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So be
6.
tautological about
I
it.
think
Oh, I need my stuff.
these are missing one, but I don't know. The things I could have planned in advance. Anyways, these are both full sets. One of them is missing right now.
No,
but
it's
we have-
okay. I because I dropped them and it's here
Yeah,
somewhere
they're
in the
here
apartment.
somewhere.
I'm sorry. It is a full set. It's my fault.
So first off, we have these lovely ones, which are inked in the colors of the Dak clan. It's hard to tell with the lighting, but they're like a very dark blue and purple. And these ones here are inked in a rose gold. They are like a misty pink and rose gold. They're also extra special. Oh no. They will be a full set. They will have spent some time on the floor, but it's okay. Also,
It's
this
Lily's
one is
floor.
extra special because it's missing a die face, which I think is cool because it's the one. So it's like the garbage face.
Yeah.
But here's how we're going to do it. Close your eyes. Okay, if you are here right now and you would like to win some dice, put a message into the chat that says, "Get dice." And when I'll give you like a minute to plug that in right now, and then I'm gonna get Meg to pick a number, and that's gonna be the person who wins.
Uh-oh.
So get dice.
work on my
Put the code word in the chat right now.
Should we turn off the thing now that says they can't like talk and chat until they've been here for half an hour, or should it?
Well, they should have been following us for half
I
an
agree.
hour.
You know what? You should have been
anyways.
following us for half an hour.
Yeah,
Anyway.
You've been
Okay.
streaming for
Yeah.
like an hour. You
Fair,
could
fair,
have
fair,
been here.
fair.
You could have gotten
Yeah.
dice. But
Next
now
time,
you know.
follow us now, and then next time on Tuesday, maybe you'll get dice.
I
I don't know. Maybe.
All right. When that thing turns to 10:21, okay, it's 10:21. That's close. Meg, pick a number between 1 to 4.
1 to 4.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.
All right, Sapphic, my girl, you just won some dice. Yay! That was super legit, right?
Yeah.
You didn't peek.
Yeah.
You didn't peek.
No.
Okay, cool.
No.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be sending these to you. DM me on Discord with your shipping stuff, and I will ship these out to you on Monday because the post
Falcon
office
Wolf
is
just
closed
missed
tomorrow.
the giveaway.
Oh no, Falcon Wolf, you just missed the giveaway very shortly. I'm sorry about that, but
There'll be more giveaways and more
There are
streams.
always
Yeah.
several giveaways on every stream.
yeah. Also, if you join my Discord server, I have a giveaway once every 2 weeks, and also a monthly one, and it's a really cool community of D&D people. So if you want to be there, then you could.
Everybody wants to be there.
Everybody wants to be there.
Everybody's there. It's a party.
We're
there.
And you love us.
I mean, actually, none of you guys.
I'm there. I just don't always talk
think
because,
I've
I'm sorry, I have
joined,
a
but I
whole
joined.
job and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
no,
there.
I'm definitely there, and I will start talking more.
Just add all of these people
Yes.
so that they.
Yeah.
Not me, I'm Jess.
Everyone's gonna
I'm
now
just
add
aware.
all of us, and I'm gonna go on my Discord and it's gonna be like, you have 1 million alerts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like,
Yeah,
oh my
it'll be
God,
great.
guys.
Yeah.
I'll be like, why are there 500
No,
notifications
please
on the
do
phone?
that though. I will
Oh,
laugh
god
so
damn
hard.
it. This light was supposed to be charged. Actually, these are not Maple Mart dice, surprisingly. One of them is a set from our sponsor, Greenleaf Geek. Jess, can you pass me another? There should be more battery packs around there.
There's battery packs.
you go.
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, so now
I need to
that's
get some
done.
of these lights myself.
Who's the,
I don't have any of these little ones. These are good.
I got this one on Amazon, and I have
Oh my
it's
god,
fine.
okay.
Everything's fine. Nothing's happening. Just talk about your love lives.
Yes.
Okay.
Lily's like, pay no attention to me adjusting this light.
Yeah. I'm not even
Yeah.
on
Who
the
wants to
stream.
talk about their love lives?
Can you talk about something that doesn't exist? At
That-
least for Harper.
That
Yes,
is a
Meg's-
philosophical question.
The beginning to
At
Meg's
least-
essay on
What is the
Harper's
sound
love
of
life.
one hand clapping?
Actually, Leo can do that. He can clap with one hand. Yeah, like that, but a lot louder.
Yeah.
He does it.
That's not the point.
I mean, it's
Well, for Harper, at least, love.
you
No
put
one
that on
told
the
her
charger?
because gladiators can have families, they can have their own lives. But Harper was very focused on fighting, so she just didn't have much exposure to to romance and to. There was crushes, but nothing serious. It was still more just that infatuation and nothing she really posed as I like this person, I want to kiss this person, I want to hold hands with this person. So she just found romance as a distraction, and any feelings she just put away until they disappeared. And so she
She's a little bottled up bottle of love.
yeah
That's what I'm writing here for
Yes.
my notes.
Bottled
She's
up,
a bottle-
bottle of love.
yes yeah.
And I'm sure she's very good at compartmentalizing emotion because she has to compartmentalize the emotion of killing somebody.
Yeah.
So she's probably also really good at compartmentalizing the emotion of loving somebody.
Yeah.
Because then she's just well, I can't deal with this right now because I have to deal with this other
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because that it's been the fight or flight, it's going back to that survival again. So it's I can't think about loving this person because this person might die. So yeah, that's also
And that's
partly
the only place where she meets people is in the
Yeah.
gladiator.
Exactly.
Oh my god, yeah.
So that's part of the reason why she doesn't have many friends, because within that circle of the other gladiators, it's that it's hard to get close with people because even the people that you might like, you have to kill as well. So, or at least fight and hurt, and yeah. So it's easier as a community for people just to kind of isolate themselves. Within the clans, it's a little bit people train with each other, but it's still a partnership kind of thing of I'm going to use you and I'm going to pretend to hit you and you're going to pretend to hit me kind of, yeah.
Makes sense. Makes
Yeah.
sense. How about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think Bree feels pretty, she's got a lot of complex feelings, I think, when it comes to romantic love. I think physically, in terms of her physical love, she's pretty open. She's a very, open person. To her, that feels safe and it feels freeing. Romantic love, I think she fantasizes about the idea of romance, but she doesn't oftenly delve into the romantic side of things. And
It's hard to open up.
Yeah, I
It's
think
hard to trust.
Yeah, I think for Bree, she is quite romantic actually, but she tends to turn away because of her difficulty trusting. And she definitely uses physical love as a way to feel close to people, and occasionally to manipulate people. And she is also just a very physical person. She's very comfortable when it comes to her physicality and very unashamed of her body and stuff like that. So for her, love is usually tends to be more physical than anything. And then for it to be like emotional and romantic, it's like that's a lot. But she definitely has that. I mean, like I said, with her partner
Alara.
back in Waterdeep, Alara, and with like a few of the people at the brothel, she definitely she's more open with. But I don't think she's really met anyone yet that she's fully... I mean, obviously her group of friends she's pretty close to, but obviously she's even kept some secrets from them because she is.
They're all
not
keeping.
sure.
I don't think you've even told anyone that you're part Alpha yet. I think that just happened.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's
none
got
of our
secrets.
characters know?
Yeah.
Well, don't we know that she's? Well, we should know.
You guys know that she's
that
Avari,
she's-
but
yeah.
it was during her communion where she learned that she has Alpha
she's part
bloodline.
Alpha, and we don't know that.
Yeah, no.
We just know that she's an Avari druid.
Yeah.
So her connection we probably think is more through that than anything.
Yeah,
So,
although
yeah,
I did just
secrets.
use the alpha magic in the forest, so that might well, you wouldn't know that.
Yeah,
That's true.
Yeah.
You
Harper
guys
might
did-
suspect what the hell is that?
Yeah, you guys would have been like, oh, she's singing.
Maybe it depends on
Yeah,
all
stuff is
of what we
happening.
know of druids, which for us wouldn't be much. I would say the person that would be closest to maybe understanding that magic would be Harper,
Yeah.
simply because she's spent longer in the forest. But yeah, so that's definitely her. I mean, obviously, she has her people that she's definitely already physically close to in the forest. Still shipping that Bruto romance.
Yeah, I'm shipping it hard.
Yeah.
I think Bree and Bruto make a great combo.
Burrito.
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 I love it.
A burrito.
Burrito.
I want to go home.
But first you have to tell us about Zara and how she feels about
I don't
that.
actually want to go home. So,
Burritos.
oh my god. So, Zara, as with everything else, Zara has not really cottoned on to the idea that she gets to do what she wants. So she has tended to, her context growing up was, her parents who are, a man and a woman. A lot of the examples she saw around her are, heterosexual couples. She dated people. She tends to... I think she's maybe the opposite of Bree in some ways because she tends to get emotionally invested more easily, but has sort of a hesitation around the physical piece.
Anti-Brie.
She's the anti-Bree. Well, I don't think she's she's not asexual in any way. She's just
She's an antithesis though to Brie.
yeah, I guess
From a different side.
Yeah, and she, and it's not because of, any particular trauma or anything, it's more just, she, I think she just doesn't, I think she has, I think that the imposter syndrome that she feels around, achievements and around that kind of stuff kind of inflects on her ability to be physical. I don't think she, I don't think she's insecure about how she looks. I just don't think that she's really thought a lot about how she looks, right? I think because she's been so focused on, this achieving this goal that isn't even really her goal, that she hasn't just really paid attention to that a lot because she has been raised in the context where, that's sort of a distraction from the real work. And so as she...
I feel like there would also be complications with that as well after that, professor acted inappropriately towards her. I feel like that would give her this, second doubt of being wait, but I was working so hard to finish grad school, but you only noticed my looks, something that I've never paid attention to. You know?
I think that was just such, a complete, worldview breaking thing for her because she's what do you mean you think what... she just, it's just not even in her context. She's just but I'm not, but that's not what this is. And she's almost just confused as to why he does think this because she just doesn't think that way. And again, it's not that she's asexual. She doesn't,
it's not an awareness that she has yet.
But she's...
I think the other thing you have to think about too, right, is that the way that Bree's approaching it is like that is the way she feels comfortable feeling close to people because she has that wall around the other side.
Right.
And likewise, when you have a wall around one
Right.
side of yourself, something else has to open up so you can still connect. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just on the other side of it, maybe.
Yeah. But then when she does feel comfortable with somebody, when she like then, you know, she's totally like able to like have a perfectly normal relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that she hasn't really, just as she hasn't really paid attention so much to her looks, she just hasn't really paid attention to like what she actually wants, like in a relationship context. So
Or in like a career context.
yeah, or like
life.
in any context. And like
God,
so
she's
she's
so mean.
she's got well, she's me too in some ways, but I think that she wants to she wants to love somebody, and she has been in love, and she wants to know, she wants to be in love in a way that she wants, and she's only now learning that she's allowed to want what she actually wants as opposed to what she's told that
and
she
sort
wants.
of discovering what she wants.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So she's like discovering what she wants, and she's surprised by this Harper thing because she's like, oh, this is a woman. I didn't even know that this. It's not that she's encountered like people who are gay before. She's encountered people who are queer. It's just more that was sort of outside of her context, and so the idea that this is something that she not only that she wants but that she's allowed to want is like a whole thing for her. And so I think that's one of the reasons she's so awkward around Harper is because she's like working on the idea that like she's allowed to want. And also I think she understands that Harper's younger than her, and feels a little weird about that because she doesn't want to be the professor who like, right, like
inappropriate.
Yeah, even though like it's, you know, it's 10 years and they're both adults, but she definitely
She wants to make sure there's consent.
Yeah, but she also wants to make sure it's not gross. Like, she wants to make sure that Harper's even capable of giving consent. And frankly, I'm not even sure that she wants anything to happen. I think she's just, like, kind of exploring like, this flirtation as something that is helping her understand what she wants as opposed to, like, something she needs to act on.
I think that's interesting because I feel like Bree knows what she wants, but she finds it hard to actually, like, believe that what she wants is possible. Like, a lot of her, like, fears lie in, like, when she meets someone that she feels attracted to and, like, feels this very strongly, I think she has more of a tendency to draw back from those people because she has so many trust issues with, like, what happened to her parents and all of these things.
And sleep with their subordinate instead of actually with Bruto.
Yeah. I mean, I think that, you know, the more power someone has, the more she feels something for someone, the less likely she is usually to trust. And so, I think even looking back on the people that she's left behind in Waterdeep and, like, her connection with Alara, I feel like that was a connection, like, they probably have, like, some kind of a grandiose love story that would have made her have that trust, because otherwise it's very hard for her. She would actually rather, the closer she feels to someone, move back, because she feels like the people that she feels close to, she pulls them in, and then there's the chance that, you know, they might go and, like, do something to backstab her.
As someone who has borderline personality disorder, I totally understand that.
Yeah.
So basically, Bree is avoidant attachment, and Zara is anxious attachment.
Yeah.
It like to use the parlance of attachment theory. And Harper, I think, is
Harper's the best.
securely
Harper's so
attached.
cool.
I suppose, no, but she would not be securely attached.
Also
I think
in
she's
the
also
chat,
avoidant, but in
people
a different
are-
way.
Chadwick is saying that the character of Zara sounds like a tsundere. What is a tsundere?
I don't know what a tsundere is.
So
I
like
saw that in the
tsundere, like the
What?
like TSUNDERE.
Yeah.
Tsundere, like that thing.
Yeah, sure.
What is that?
What is it?
I know how to pronounce it in Japanese, but
He
I don't
said
know.
it's
I don't know
hard
what that
on
is.
the outside, soft on the inside.
Oh yeah, I feel like that's more Brie though, isn't
And
it?
Sapphic says maybe a bit aloof. And then Madwick says aloof. Like the French says
Être dans la lune.
Something about the
to
moon?
be like the moon. To be in the moon.
The moon is pretty aloof. It's always like hanging out over
Yeah.
there. Can never get to it.
Yeah. Is that what that means? To be in the moon?
Yeah, I think so.
To be
As
in
Face
the-
out
right? Or on
sometimes
the
for
moon.
no reason.
To be on the moon, I think Dawn is on.
Inside.
Oh, to be in the moon.
Yeah.
That's like a way prettier way of saying aloof.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like so, me or Brie?
I think he said it during your
I think
thing.
you. I think
Interesting.
you,
I
not
guess
me.
kind of yeah.
I would not describe Brie as being aloof.
No.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, Bree's like, pause.
She's not aloof.
Yeah. No,
Brie
I
like
guess
shows
Sarah's
up and she's
that.
like, I'm here.
She's like a loofah.
She's a loofah.
Like, she's all up
she's
there.
She, like,
she's
scrubs
rubbing on
people.
everybody. Yeah. She's rubbing up on everything.
Well, that's a way.
Question.
Yes.
Or no,
Yes,
not
no.
question. Observation.
Harper
So
is
like,
Harper.
from what I hear of your description of Zara, what I'm getting is that like, it's almost like she picked up this thing from her parents, who were both like hyper focused and like very singular in their thinking, like work, and she also picked up singular thinking, but now she's expanding her mind and she's like seeing that there it's not just black and white. There's like a lot of things in between and around.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to What Will for saying that there's so much culture and class in this chat.
We are a CCC, a cultural classy chat.
Yay.
Roll for insight.
Roll for insight.
Roll for insight.
Join
Roll,
us where we
roll for
talk
group
about
therapy.
Yeah, roll for group therapy. Where we
Yeah.
talk about our characters.
Yeah,
But actually, we're talking about ourselves.
except
But
I
not
don't get
really.
to talk
Yeah.
about my character.
But you could.
You're like
Nobody
you're the
asks
therapist.
questions about
You're
Bruto.
the therapist.
I am the
Yeah,
therapist.
what's Bruto thinking? Tell us, how does Bruto feel about love?
I feel like Bruto
Who are Bruto's
is
enemies?
pretty detached. He doesn't care.
That's
about
his answer to
anything.
everything. Bruto, do you
Like,
have any enemies?
me, I
What
don't
is
like
enemies?
people.
Why would I?
I do not know.
How do you feel about love?
It's okay.
What is
I hear other people enjoy it. I personally have not really tried it myself. It seems like
So he
a
does
lot
it with
of
everything.
time and energy. I don't
Maybe
know if
that's
I
what we
mentioned this. Bruto is basically my boyfriend. Like, he's basically Swiss. He's like, he's
Does
being-
Swiss know this?
Yeah, I told him
Okay.
after the last stream.
After
I went home and I was like, man, I just realized that like Bruto, it's not quite Swiss, but like he's built after all of the NPCs that Swiss throws at us, because like I don't know what it is. I do know what it is. It's because all of our characters are assholes. So like all of his NPCs are very like anti us. They're always like, ugh, I don't want to deal with you. This is the worst.
Right.
So that's like what Bruto is now. And that's
Nice.
Swiss also.
Aw, hi, Sis.
Yeah, that's
20
so
tavern bot. It's like I could give a Q for tavern XP right now, but I'm not gonna. Ha! Psych. Ha.
That's so mean.
Yeah, I feel like that is. I feel like what we should do though when we're doing these like insights is we should do like an insight with an NPC where like you get to ask us a question, and for everyone we answer as a group, we get to ask it about like an NPC background.
Whoa!
Yes!
What an
Yeah.
amazing
Yes.
idea!
Yes, I love it.
I
We
love
can
that.
cover more of the NPCs
And now we
histories.
can actually be called Roll for Insight.
Yes, I love it.
So much sense making. Okay, I'll give you.
Bruto, what do you get on the last test?
Bruto, what's your Myers-Briggs type?
Roll for Insight, I
Yes.
guess.
Insight. Let's see.
Who wants to roll it?
God.
Who's got good
Ooh,
insight?
shit.
You know what I'll let you guys do?
I think I
is-
do.
I'll let you guys all roll, and we'll take the highest out of the rolls.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay,
Wow,
that's
that's
like double
generous.
advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know what my insight is. I know my passive perception's insane.
I know my intelligence score is 19.
Mm-hmm.
So,
It's a plus
Burritos.
well, that's a
That's a
7
7.
plus.
Mhm.
But that's not gonna.
I feel like
That's
burrito
good.
isn't a thing quite yet.
It's almost.
Burrito.
We're working.
Burrito.
4?
Well, you just got kidnapped, so. that's
Oh, yeah,
not
'cause no, I have
damn
I
intelligence
don't
bad.
have my
10, so yeah,
stats
4.
with me. I don't have my
We'll
stats.
just go with the highest roll.
7.
Okay, so 7 was the highest roll.
Yeah,
What's
we
the
suck.
question you want to ask? Who?
We want to ask. Who do we want to ask? Someone go. Someone has a question. What you
Are we
got?
asking Bruto?
You can
We
ask
can ask
any
any
NPC.
NPC.
Except
Oh.
for like main plot points.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, yeah. I was gonna be like.
who kidnapped Bree?
Can we ask Artem what's his deal?
I feel like that's the main plot
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
of the entire
not-
thing.
I
Maybe
can,
not.
I can talk about Artem.
What's Artem's deal?
Like, what do you like? What's his history? What's his like? What's wrong with him?
What's Artem's drive?
Yeah, what does
His
Artem want?
drive.
What
Yeah,
does he
what is
want?
Artem?
Like,
His
what
motive.
what does he want more than anything?
Artem,
Oh my god.
lived a long life, long life.
Excuse me.
Do you want some?
I'm just dying.
No, it's gonna happen with his voice.
He back in the day, long ago, back inside the leaves, Artem wanted to adventure. He wanted to leave and go out elsewhere. But now that he has been gone for a long time and he's kind of all different now, he wants to just be home. He wants to see his brother and just see more of his friends from the Alpha. And maybe one day Artem will be Alpha again too. Maybe.
I've missed Artem so much. Oh my gosh.
What's our time going to be like now?
What is he gonna be like now? They're working on it.
They're working on it.
So that was also all information that you guys have learned already, which
Yeah.
is what you get
Yeah.
with the 7. So
Yeah.
that's how we'll
Yeah,
do this.
that's how badly we did on that roll.
The one thing I would say too is like if we wanted to add something for this, we could also even add like Patreon things into our tiers for like
Oh yeah,
questions.
and you
and-
guys
Oh yeah,
You
we have a
guys can ask
Patreon if you guys want to like
questions.
support us and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, or something like that. I don't know, something within that realm though of you
I
guys
like
getting
it.
more insight
Mhm.
into. I mean, our characters, us as players, if people are comfortable with that, whatever. Could be interesting. Thoughts. All right, so
Brainstorming. This is a good brainstorming session.
brainstorm. Okay. Yeah, and also if there's something in the chat that you feel like would be a cool idea, like let us know because we will read it. Cool. So that was that.
All right,
What
cool.
you got for us?
Let me see here. Back to my list of questions.
My drink some more water.
What would be like pet peeves of your character?
Oh.
People who are not inquisitive. People who just like don't care to learn any more than they know. Who just like think that they know a
Mentally
thing.
lazy people.
Yeah. Like who think that they know a thing and then assert that thing and then refuse to like acknowledge that they don't know that thing. And just don't listen to somebody who actually knows what they're talking about. I hate that. And so does Zara.
Okay. Wow. All right. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, that was an easy answer. Maybe I
that
should
just
think
rolled
about
off the
why
tongue.
that immediate. Yeah, that well, there's reasons for that.
Because
But
you
yes.
work hard to know the things that you know and to do the things that you do.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's that, but like, it's also just like, I don't know, like, not to get too into like, oh, this is an all women stream, but like, as a woman, sometimes like people like just doubt you inherently, in a way that they don't doubt men, and like I know what the fuck I'm talking about with a lot of things, not everything, I understand, but like when I know what I'm talking about, I know what I'm talking about, and like. And it's not like, oh, I hate when people, like, you know, try to correct me than when they don't know what they're talking about. I do hate that. But it's more like people who just, they get to a point and they decide they don't need to learn anymore. Or they decide they don't want to learn anymore. Or they decide that, like what they know is enough.
Yeah.
But then they still feel like they should be listened to about a thing.
Yeah.
Even though they have decided that that's all they need to know about it.
Like they're not staying current or up to date with like the things that they're learning, and like they're still like
Exactly.
they did a thing like 7 years ago. It would be like me being like, I still play the alto saxophone, but I don't. I haven't played it for like 10 years or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, like, you know how to play it better than somebody who's never played it, but like
Possibly.
maybe, I don't know.
I don't even remember.
Or like, you know, being like, just if you don't have the drive to stay curious and to like learn new things and to always like get new information and adjust what you understand about the world based on that new information, then you're somebody who annoys me. Zara.
Good
me
to know.
Also.
Both. When people don't die fast enough.
Fair.
When their blood gets on my shoes.
Yes. Ugh. I don't know.
I don't know. Does Harper have pet peeves? She seems pretty like easy go. What would it be about like? What would it have been about like Kiki Don Altium that would have like annoyed you or like really grinded your gears? Or Nicolas? I want to know more about Nicolas also. I kind of want them to be siblings.
I mean,
Nicolas and Kiki.
could be.
Well, I told my friend whose ex Nicholas is a douche. Like at the break, I like messaged her and I was like, my friend named this guy after your ex, and and then I told the whole stream that like he's a douche, and she's like, oh my god, that's amazing. So everybody, her ex is a douche.
Okay, so is he like a Jersey Shore douche or like a bro douche or like what flavor of douche? or just like a jerk?
He's just a jerk. He's a person who thinks he knows more than he does, and he doesn't listen to her. And like he's just like, I don't want to say too many things because like I don't want to like identify who they are, but like Nick, you're a douche.
Other than his name, Nicholas.
Yeah.
You dated Jess's friend.
Yeah.
He's you. So yeah, I'm gonna say that Nicholas Don Altium is gonna be like a, yo, Jersey Shore, line up, buddy, come on over here. Yeah, we're gonna get stabbed, get crunk, yeah.
Get stabbed and get crunk.
In that order. And he's just like got a chin strap.
Oh my god. Okay, that's mean.
He's got a chin strap. He's got a faux hog.
I agree. Oof. Oof.
Alright, no disrespect. I mean no disrespect to you, but you are going down in this fight right now. I'm gonna stab you and then I'm gonna crunk you.
I want to kill him.
Yeah, that's why he's a rival.
I know. Yeah. Okay. Fair.
You know what? With that,
You
I
do it
would
very
say
well.
just like being hypocritical of like no disrespect, but I'm going to kill you is like, no, but that is disrespect.
Yeah. That's like saying no offense, but and then saying something offensive.
I
Yeah.
took that from Bobby Bottle Service from Kroll Show.
I feel like that Nicholas did that a lot of like, no offense, but you need to do this better. Like, no offense, but you suck, and it's like, the hell's your deal?
Harper doesn't like hypocrisy.
Yeah.
She must have been mad when Tina Don Mortan was all like, oh, spy on me, but then also like was really nice the next day. It was all like buddy. That was weird, right?
It was very annoying, but in that context too, knowing it's from powerful people and this is politics in a whole another world, wasn't the same of like, oh, this sucks. Like, she's more dealt with like simplicity of like that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Makes sense.
So my friend who speaks French just like messaged me and was like, yeah, dentelu means like spaced out and like daydreaming. Yeah. Thanks, Dan.
Oh.
You're
You're
the
a
best.
space head.
Yeah.
Like Luna Lovegood.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kinda like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Also, hi Rapkia, who can now post.
Kevin!
I guess you've been following us for long enough.
Yay.
Yay, congrats.
Thanks, Kevin.
I also like that Sapphic is always like, Harper is Harper.
Yeah.
It's just like simple.
Harper is Harper.
Harper's very Harper.
That's what
Absolutely.
I love about it. She's just like, she's strong like her sword.
Hi, Gamer Dingo.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yay, I'm so excited. We have such a great chat.
Yeah, y'all are real nice. I'm really glad we turned on that you have to follow us for 30 minutes.
Yes.
I know, but Dan is like, what do you mean you have to follow? And I'm like, trust.
Just respect.
Yeah. And unlike people coming up in here and being like, there are trans people in this world, like, gross. It's like, there are trans people in this world, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
GTFO.
Yes. Yeah.
You're
If you
already
don't like
there.
trans people, GTFO right now.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If you don't like trans people, you need to, find a new planet.
Yes, agreed.
Slash a new universe, maybe.
Bree, what annoys you?
People who
gets you
don't
going?
like trans people.
Okay. Alright, that's a
That's
really
probably-
specific pet peeve. But yeah.
People who don't listen. And that kind of extends to people that Bree feels like are sometimes gullible, including sometimes herself. People who don't respect others, and who don't respect their own belongings. Bothers Bree a lot.
Their own belongings?
Their own belongings.
Like people who don't take care of their stuff?
Interesting.
That bothers Bree because as a thief, she found a lot of the stuff that she was able to steal was always the stuff that was like just the most like easy, like in her mind, easy to steal. Now, granted, of course, when you talk to Bree about like what's easy to steal, like she would basically say like if you have something super valuable, like you better like you gotta lock that shit.
You gotta
up.
oil it.
Yeah, you gotta oil
Whatever it is,
You gotta
it needs to
take
be
care of it.
oiled.
It needs some oil.
No matter what it is, it's oil.
Can. She's like, I got this. But yeah, she basically just feels like a lot of the times things that are stolen by thieves are things that are just like that's disrespect if you allow your things to be stolen. Which I kind of wanted it to be that she like didn't like that things got stolen. But then I was like, okay, I gotta like that was like my own opinion because like I've had things stolen, but I've also had like people like break into properties and stuff that I've lived on and steal things.
Rough.
that sucks.
Mhm.
But then I was also like, I feel like Bree as a thief would probably not identify with this the same way that I feel. So I was like, how would you feel about that as a thief, like people's objects? And then it's like, I feel like she wouldn't, like she's not really a thief anymore, so she's kind of like, I mean, I'm not gonna steal your shit, but she's also like, I mean, if your shit gets stolen, like, what were you doing? So like, someone would be like, I got this stolen, and you would probably be like, what did you?
Where was the lock? Where was your guard?
Yeah, well, like, what were you doing? Were you watching it?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, I was literally.
Is
Are
that
you
kind
blaming
of like
me?
victim blaming?
Yeah.
Victim blame?
For thieves? Yeah, she's usually like, you need to do better.
Take better care of that shit.
Take better care of your shit. That bothers her, and people who don't understand sarcasm.
Okay.
So people who either, like, if she's sarcastic, don't understand, or people that try to use, like, I feel like that was when you were talking about enemies. Like, I feel like Crystal was the type of person that would use sarcasm, but, like, would do it wrong. And Brie would be like, oh, she's just really annoying. So, like, the killing of Crystal was probably also very cathartic. I also imagine that Crystal was probably, like, a character in the fact that her name was Crystal.
She was probably like a person who talked like this.
Yeah.
And was like, that is amazing.
Yeah, she'd be like, cut off that person's arm because they
Get
did
rid
not
of
do a
it.
good enough
It was
job.
awful.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm that person though sometimes. So
Cutting off
good to
people's
know.
arms.
no,
That's
just like I'm like, oh yeah, I know. Like, okay, fine, whatever. Like I just I have like I don't know. I grew up in the States sometimes for a little bit, so.
This is what we think of Americans.
No, I spent some time in California and also in like St. Louis, Missouri, which is why I say y'all. But
I do love the idea of this super Canadian D&D
I like this idea too,
who
man.
ride a moose and make
In the
maple
chat.
syrup, and he's too gentle. Like, he would be sorry to be sorry. He's definitely a barbarian. I definitely see Canadians.
I could also
like,
see
classic
them
barbarian?
being like a druid, actually.
Super chill. And
Yeah.
just I love the idea of hockey mode.
Yeah.
Hockey mode.
Yes.
I would like to
100%.
hockey.
He grows hockey hair
I do
Yes.
play
in a hockey mode.
Yeah.
In a different stream, I do play a female lumberjack.
Just goes like,
yeah, I
what?
remember that. That's funny.
Yeah, I do play a lumberjack in another stream. She's pretty Canadian. She's
I
also
like
like pretty
that.
like
Oh.
nice. She's like a really nice character.
Wow.
But she also is like just not very charismatic.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry there,
Sorry
bud.
about that.
Oof.
Hey, buddy.
She would definitely say sorry to people.
Hey, bud guy.
Oh, so are we doing D&D and Letterkenny now?
Yeah.
I would do that.
I would 100% do
I have
that.
Canadian dice, too.
RPG.
What are
I don't think
Canadian
so.
dice?
Like, they're like red and white striped.
Ooh.
Beholder's Gaze, shout out.
If anybody knows the guys from Letterkenny, then see if they want to DM for
I
us.
actually think that I have some connection to that show that I can't remember right now what it is.
Cool.
I might have
know-
just made that up. I don't know.
To
I was-
Letterkenny?
Yeah.
I have a friend that's
It was
on
Amanda.
Letterkenny.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
That was my
I
connection,
have a friend
obviously.
that's on Letterkenny, yeah, and I almost
Amazing.
auditioned for Letterkenny.
Oh,
Awesome.
I could have seen you
Jamaica.
on Letterkenny.
Yeah, I was gonna audition as one of the what are they called, the people that dance.
Oh, the
girls.
emo
I was
people?
like, the Fluffers?
I don't know. No, the Skids.
Mm.
I was gonna audition for one of the Skids.
Wow. So sorry. What? Oh my god, that's so smart. That's the best thing in the world. I'm so sorry.
I think I need those dice now.
You didn't
Okay,
make those
oh my
things.
god. Oh my god, and it needs to be red
Do
and
those
white.
exist?
No,
No,
I've
but
seen
they-
ones that say fuck, but not
Yeah.
ones that
Yeah.
say sorry.
But there
I
should
think
be
we
ones
should
that say
invent-
sorry.
We need to put
Yeah.
that in our shop.
Yes, and then instead of a 20, then it can have a maple leaf.
Instead of a 20, it says A.
Hey.
That needs to be in our
Oh
shop.
my god, that's so good.
We
That
did it
is
stream. That was the best
exceptionally-
brainstorm ever. All right. Let's see
I'm
what else we
obsessed
got
with that.
here. Oh yeah. We can roll for insight. And how about
Hey.
chat? How about you guys? You guys got any questions for NPCs? If you have any questions about any of the NPCs, you can hit them up and we'll roll insight for you. Do you guys have any questions for any NPCs?
I want to open it to the chat first.
I definitely have questions. I have so many questions.
Well, let the chat think about it, and we're gonna do both. So Amanda,
Yeah, Amanda.
hit us up.
Okay. My question is, what is Bruto's history, like, with wine. Like, how did he...
Oh, because he got wine
Like a
drunk.
sommelier.
Yeah,
how
'cause
is
he
how
got
the
wine
fuck
knowledge,
is
but
he
that
a
was not
sommelier?
explained. He was just like, I was like, does he know a lot about wine? And you're like, yeah, he does. He's like a sommelier. And I was like, oh shit. Should I roll for that?
Yeah, you should definitely roll for insight.
6.
Okay, cool.
Are we doing the highest roll or
you guys all roll.
Yeah, roll for insight. Help me out here.
4.
Great.
I'm gonna use a different die.
Maybe use that
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay,
That's better.
sweet.
17.
Alright, amazing.
Plus,
I'm,
like, I think my modifier is like
He
plus
owns
6.
a vineyard.
So,
I like that idea. He, in his younger days, I mean, he's an elf, right? So he's like pretty. He's lived a life. In his younger days, he might have told this to you while he was a little drunk, but he would have done it in a really like roundabout way, and you guys would have just pieced all this information together in the story. He, in his younger days, before he became a soldier, he was very interested in grapes. His parents were farmers, and so he grew up around a lot of crops, and grapes in particular always fascinated him. And when he was like a young man, he decided to open a vineyard, and he met another young man. Give me an Italian sounding name for another young man. And they grew the vineyard together, and that was Bruto's first love.
I love it.
But he like wouldn't really
Lorenzo
admit it.
or Mario?
No, not
Lorenzo.
Vino. He can't be
Vino.
Vino.
It can't be Vino.
Vino and Bruto?
Niccolo.
Kind of
We
love
just said
it.
Nicolas. No.
Wait, can we be Waluigi?
Lorenzo.
No.
I like Lorenzo. Tortellini.
Lorenzo does sound very romantic.
Lorenzo is a good one.
Lorenzo and Bruto.
I'm just gonna go with. Oh yeah, it's like too many O's. I'm gonna go with Lorenzi.
Is that a thing though?
It is now.
It is now. It's my forest.
Fair.
Lorenzi. But Bruto, like, he would be like, my first love, of course, was the grapes and the beauty of creating the finest wine. But then you would have learned that he had this
We
business
would have learned
partner,
about the real grapes.
Lorenzi, and he would have said, Lorenzi,
What is that?
he was the sweetest fruit in the entire vineyard.
Oh my gosh, shit! Yo, I feel like if Brie was sober for that, she would have really loved it.
And thank you,
That was
Spirit of
nice.
Night.
Thank you.
I'm glad that this can help you be interested in watching our stream.
Yay. We have a YouTube channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we actually have a custom URL, and it's youtube.com/rollfordamage.
Big surprise. Big surprise.
I know,
Yes,
not
thank
surprised
you.
at all. And so you can catch up on everything you have. If you've missed anything, you can catch it up.
Except for season 1.
It's session one because we lost it because technological
Because
problems.
Lily didn't know how to Twitch yet.
Yeah, but that's okay. But we do have all the character intros, and we have the intro to the Avarian, and then we have like all the other sessions, and we also have like little clips from those sessions.
Yeah,
like,
unfortunately, season 1, or episode 1, all you missed was, I mean, you didn't miss that much. It was just basically us being like, now we're gonna go on a quest. And then we went on the quest. You missed, I'm pretty sure it's all, there's like a recap in the second episode.
Yeah,
Just what
and the
happened.
session notes would be on World Anvil.
You
Yeah.
did get it.
Not
You
yet,
did
but
miss
they will be.
Zathan, but I'm sure Zathan will reappear at some
Zathan will
point.
come back.
I'm so excited for Zathan to come
I'm sure
back.
we'll go back to Waterdeep at some point. I don't know if it'll be this season, but maybe
I think season
later.
2.
we might have to
Insider
return to
info.
Waterdeep. Bum bum bum. Yes.
Alright, so that was the question. I like how we're going back and forth doing 20 questions now.
Yes. Also, Spirit of Night, if you do have questions about that episode after you've watched and stuff, you can always hold on to those questions. And I mean, during these types of streams is a really good time if there's anything that you feel like you're unclear on as well in our history.
I would love to do this like every week or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah, I
Slash
feel
will
like we should
also
totally do
have
that.
Slash we also have the anvil, so that we'll be filling in
Yeah.
a little bit more
more
after.
stuff.
That's what this kind of session is all about.
Figuring our shit out.
So we can like flush it out for y'all in the world.
But that's what I love. I mean, like, not gonna knock any DMs ever because, like, everyone should try DMing and it's great. But, like, I have always been very interested in like collaborative storytelling. So like here's a fun analogy. Back in the day, a fun story, anecdote. When I was a kid, I was like super into fan fiction, like a really heavy hardcore into fan fiction. So I wrote a bunch of it on fanfiction.net, and I actually had like a super popular story where people submitted their own characters, and I like would write the story around their characters and like what they wanted. And then fanfiction shut me down because you weren't allowed to do that for some reason.
You weren't?
No, it was like a specific rule. It was like you can't have like characters that other people create, and I was like, what?
Like, so are you like fan fiction, but you can't have fan fiction in your fan fiction?
Yeah.
Did you ever go on to like any sort of like forums and do like RPGing and like?
Yeah, I did that too.
Because that's a great way to do it. Because then
RPG.
Yeah.
We offer text-based RPG in Axis Tavern as well.
Yeah, I used to do a ton of that when I was a kid.
Same. I had this character named
what was
Adonia.
that board that everyone used?
I don't remember. I really have to excuse
Gaia
myself to the restroom right now.
Okay.
So all of you just like continue on with this, and I'm just gonna pick these up. The next question that's gonna be asked is how you all feel about each other.
How we all feel about each other in case
Spill
that
tea.
That is extremely a drag race thing. Like, who do you think should go home this week?
Oh yeah.
Right?
Sashay away.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, like, honestly though, like, with, like, from the, like, text-based RPG thing, like, I'm older than y'all, and, like, I remember the days of, like when I was, like, not 10 or 11, no, I was older, no, yeah.
boards?
Like, the BBSs, like, the old, like, local, like, BBS boards, like, I was on, like, Prodigy, like, I was, like, that was my very first ISP, was, like, I had a 2400 BPS modem connection to Prodigy, and there was, like, these, like, online games, and then you had to, like, wait for each polygon to load in, like, the image.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was extremely... I have been an extremely online person for an extremely long time, and I am a professor of public relations, but mostly I teach the internet. And the reason I teach the internet is because, like, I am the internet. Like, sorry. I am the internet smack.
Banned by fan fiction is a real life achievement.
Hell yeah!
That is like
Rebel
the
yell.
biggest achievement. Yeah. I have one story on fanfiction.net, and none of you will ever know what it is, and you will never find
Spoiler
it.
alerts, I am the internet. Wow. The
No, Al Gore
sorry.
invented the internet.
Yeah, I feel like I just remember doing a lot of, like, I wrote a lot of fan fictions when I was younger, and I also did a lot of RPGing on boards. My friend and I used to go on, like, we had at one point, I remember I was on, like, 6 different boards doing, like, a bunch of different RPGs in different worlds. It was pretty, that was, like, my first RPG experience as, like, a tween.
You should do some, come back to Axis Tavern and do some text-based with us.
Text-based.
We got a lot of games running.
Man, my thing is always, like, the writing element, because I used to write, like, a ton, and I haven't written, like,
All
properly
your
in a
internet
while.
are belong to us, oh my god.
And so it always is interesting to get back into writing. Like, it really, like, you have to put your head in a different space.
For sure.
I haven't done that for so long, but I love writing. I should do it.
For sure.
Be thin. So, how we feel about each other?
Yeah, how do you guys feel about each other now that you've spent some time together? Like, would
Are we gonna
Bree
go with
trust?
class too?
Yeah. Like, the main thing I'm curious about is, like, you guys know that Bree has just been taken. You don't know where, but it's like, you don't even really know her that well. And, like, would Bree trust that these people are coming to get her, or does she think that she's, like, completely alone? And, like,
really good question.
I'm curious about, like, the dynamic of all of this.
It's a really good question. My goodness. I think that's a Brie question.
I mean, I think for Brie, she does not. I think that she doesn't expect people to come for her. But it's not because she doesn't feel like these people wouldn't go after her. It's more that she just feels like, in a sense, she doesn't think that they would know enough to find her. So she's not expecting that, because in her mind she's like, I left them with nothing.
Right.
So how the hell are they even going to find me?
Maybe I
and
shouldn't
she's
have
kind of
snuck out like that.
Yeah, and two, she's kind of like shooting herself in the foot for not trusting people in a place where she's alone and where she kind of needs people around her. So, like, I think for her, she almost doesn't feel, she feels like she doesn't deserve to be rescued.
Ooh.
And she's also a bit of a lone wolf, so I feel like she would think, like, if there's any way I'm getting out of this, it's going to be by myself. Because that's how she faces a lot. I mean, that's how she's been used to facing a lot of her problems. I feel like probably more recently in her life, having her coworkers and her, like, brothel fam around, she's probably gotten better at, like, delegating things and working together with people. But I think for her, this is like a cold remembrance of like what her life has been, and ultimately the fact that she still feels like even in a place that was once her home, she doesn't really like belong in that place.
Ooh.
Which is like probably like I feel like right now where Bree is at, we're gonna see Bree at some really low. We're gonna see some really raw Bree.
It's okay. I'm sure somebody is coming to get her soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an epic rescue written in there by
So, I mean,
Bruno.
I don't think she would be, like, insanely surprised if they showed up, because she'd be like, oh, well, that, like, they probably were trying to find me. But she would also be like, how would they even find me? And, like, do I even deserve to have them come find me? / you know, why would they come find me?
Yeah, why would you guys? Because, I mean, like, you've just met this person, basically.
Yeah.
And
I think she feels connected to people though. Like I think she feels like Zara and her obviously like have some similar vibes and kind of like think about things, both approach things usually from a pretty logical standpoint in terms of problem solving. I think she definitely, I don't know how she feels about Cass. I feel like she admires Cass and likes Cass a lot and thinks Cass is like a fun time. Like she want to party with Cass, but she also isn't super sure that I don't think that right now, knowing what she knows, she trusts Cass. And I think she's trying to find
because Cass made that deal.
Yeah, because Cass made that deal without like even consulting her.
Also, she doesn't wake up until noon.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, no, like that. No, that I wasn't trying to like look right at you when no, seriously.
The people who don't wake up before noon.
No, but like, but when everybody else in the party does, and Cass like will just miss stuff that is important, and because be like, oh, I don't really feel like waking up, whereas other people who don't wake up before noon they do not miss things that are important, because the things that are important happen after noon.
They do miss
and I feel like with Harper, she probably likes Harper. But she probably feels both that Harper is useful and that Harper is too gullible. And so she probably feels that Harper is both an asset and a weak link. She'll probably feel like an urge to want to protect Harper as well as just like discard Harper. So she probably has like a conflicting feeling around Harper. But I mean, I don't think she would. I think Bree's also the type of person that likes to seem like she gets along with everybody for the most part.
Yeah.
So she doesn't really talk about her feelings of being like, I don't really like that part of that person.
Yeah. Yeah, but I agree with that too, because Harper, to an extent, can be gullible. There's a lot that she's young.
Yeah.
She knows the world, but she knows there's things outside of her context, outside of her comfort level, that she kind of just like shuts out of. Like, that's the politics, that's stuff that I don't need to know, and I'm no part of, and I don't want to be part of it. So, and
whereas Bree's like the type of person, and I think Zara's also the type of person that like would try to seek knowledge and like really get behind everything.
Yeah.
And so for her, that's like a hard thing to deal with, because she's like, I mean, I get that like this is where this person has come from, but like to her, like trusting someone so willfully and not pursuing that and not like wanting to know the ins and outs of everybody and like be that skeptical, to her that's like a thing that she just finds it hard to connect with. I think she both like admires stuff like that though, and then like also like doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because she's like, it's stupid, but then she also, part of her envies the fact that you can like just accept things.
Yeah.
Because she can't.
And that there's also like a loyalty aspect of that too. Like the idea of like being like, if you're constantly seeking out new knowledge and updating your information and your experience of the world based on that new knowledge, it means that you can't ever be like totally loyal to somebody or something.
Yeah.
Because you can't ever be totally loyal, say, to an ideal if you're always questioning that ideal.
Yeah, it's a matter of faith.
Yeah. And so and so I think that Harper is a person of
Harper
faith,
is Harper.
and Harper is Harper, and then like Zara is like a person
Harper.
of knowledge, and I mean, I think that like you said, there's this push-pull between wanting to have faith in something, but also seeking knowledge and wanting to understand something.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a basic, like, conflict that people have is
Yeah.
like, you know, like is the faith versus reason conflict. I think that Zara doesn't have as much trouble with Harper, like, because she doesn't see her as like non-inquisitive. I think she sees her as just like learning about the world.
Yeah.
So, but it's the like blind loyalty thing that she I think has maybe a little bit of difficulty with. But I think also Zara's relationship to Harper is more sort of in the kind of like like what the hell is this feeling? Like the butterfly meme, is this attraction? Like kind of thing. As opposed to like really delving too deeply into like what she does or doesn't like about Harper. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so they did that. Like, Brie, were you done? Like, I didn't want to like just like
yes,
oh,
I'm just
let
writing
that be
down
now.
what I said. No,
Okay.
please, go. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, and I think so that's sort of how Zara feels about Harper. I think Zara also, she's a wizard. She's squishy. She's not super strong, and I think that she sees Harper as like sort of a big strong woman, kind of like, hey, she'll protect me from like, because you know, you're in a library, most people don't try to kill you, and
the big strong woman 3 inches shorter than you.
yeah, but like, you know, broader than me probably, and also I think she like, you know, I think Zara likes Brie for the same reason that Brie likes Zara. Like, there's sort of a vibe there of like, hey, some of what we are is not public, but also I think she like sees self-preservation in like staying near Brie because Brie knows how to kill people secretly instead of out in the open.
That time she fought a plant and it took her forever.
That was out in the open. Can't grade Brie on that.
Yeah, well, that was
Her love for plants blinded her.
She still has faith in
Nathan, is that you?
Oh my god.
P.S. Shout out Gamer Dingo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a very nice message that you just
you.
wrote. I'm all kinds of flattered up in here.
Yeah, super cute.
Very insightful, guys. Yeah. Wait,
Oh, yeah.
How do you guys feel about Cassie? Cassie is also part of this.
Yeah.
Other than, like, we don't like that she wakes up before, she doesn't wake up before noon.
Yeah. I think, so Cassie is like the opposite of Zara in that she just has such self-esteem. And I think Zara's kind of, like, I think part of the reason Zara gave her such a hard time earlier on is because, like, she was really jealous of, like, this person who just, like, doesn't care what anybody else thinks. She's just, like, has this internal, like, confidence that and regardless of Zara's accomplishments, she doesn't have that internal confidence. But I think as she learns that yes, she can do what she wants, she learns that she can have that confidence, and therefore she is just learning to appreciate Cassie. And instead of being like, I'm jealous, I can't do that, she's like, yeah, you can do that, and I can do that maybe too, but like, good for you. Like, good for you, Cassie. Like, you know, you're also kind of flighty and annoying ever so slightly sometimes, but not Maxine. I love Maxine, but like Cassie the character. But I think she's just learning to appreciate her, like all of her Cassie-ness.
Yeah, she's just so Cassie. Harper is Harper and Cassie is Cassie.
Yeah.
Like, she's like the real straightforward side of the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Zara and Brie are just like, we need therapy, a lot of it, which we're doing on the internet right now.
Yay! I love therapy. Cool.
Zarper.
Zarper forever.
Check it out.
You guys have an NPC question?
But what do you guys think of Cassie?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys answer? I think she did.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah.
You did a whole.
Yeah,
run
say
through of
same as like kind of the rest of the group of really cool, like from a whole different world, still learning about them, trust them to an extent because like after the fight, like again, that's what Harper knows. So there's nothing that builds trust more than like fighting beside someone and
Of course.
yeah.
Best team building exercise.
Exactly. So after that fight, kind of helps see like, oh, this is how they can protect themselves and seeing the different magics that aren't as common in the forest as well. So yeah, still just entranced with everyone, still getting to know them, but kind of following because she sees them as a key to see more as well, see more of the world. and get out of being in this gladiator box as well. And they've already helped her so much get out of that world as well. So, yeah.
She's so cute.
Yeah, Harper's Harper.
Harper's Harper.
Shoot, I just had a question on the tip of my tongue, and then I just lost it. We were talking about getting out of the Avarian. You said something about they taught you so much.
Yeah. Getting out of the gladiator world is something with the Mortans or
I'm so mad. It was such a good question, and it was right there.
It'll come back.
I hate it when this happens.
Yeah.
I haven't had a brain fart like this in a while. But okay.
I trust them to an extent because we've had that fight together, but...
Do you think Harper knows that Zara has a crush on her?
Oh, probably not, because as far as she knows, no one's ever had a crush on her.
Except for that kid. Montague!
Yes.
Montague.
She's had fans, but...
Fan?
So I...
Love Montague.
So I think it's kind of bad of, like, she's had people, like, of course, gaze at her and cheer for her, so it's kind of that of... oh, yeah, she thinks I'm awesome because I am awesome. Like, Harper knows, like, she's awesome. She knows her skills.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And I think that's another thing that, like, Zara likes about Harper. I don't even know that Zara knows that Zara has a crush on Harper. I think she's just sort of like, what?
I think Brie does.
Brie knows all. Brie's
experience.
Like, yeah, Brie's just like the, haha, you kids.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like,
yeah.
Brie sees all the love. She's always like, that person's sleeping with that person wants to sleep with that person, that person
Does she
does
know that
not
she's
want to
being
sleep with that
shipped
other
with
person.
Bruto?
Pardon?
Does she know she's being
Does
shipped
she
with
know
Bruto?
she's being shipped with Bruto?
That's a meta question.
I think Brie is almost like questioning her own ship of her and Bruto. Like she's like, is that a thing? But then she's like, nah.
Yeah.
And I just feel like
rom-com.
Yeah, and I feel like that moment where like they looked after each other, but it was like one after the other type thing. Did they do that?
Yeah.
Oh, they looked at each other, caught each other, and then when they looked away, it was like one of them looked back, and then the other person looked back. Yeah, it's that rom-com sitch, and I feel like it's. I feel like Bruto probably seems to be feeling the same thing of like, do I like this? I don't like this.
No, it's Bruto.
But maybe I do.
Bruto with the T.
Bruto.
Burrito.
Burrito. Burrito.
Burrito?
It's like a burrito with brie in it.
That's
Bruto's
disgusting.
Are there any NPCs in the Avarian that you feel like your character can trust? Or that your character feels like they can trust?
I just meant like brie in a burrito, like brie cheese in a burrito would be gross. not like that you in the burrito would be gross.
I think that would be pretty good. It depends on what else is in the burrito.
No, I didn't mean like you. I meant like brie cheese.
I totally spaced on that entire thing.
Oh my god. That's really funny.
No.
Anybody in
No, you don't trust anyone?
Maybe her aunt. Maybe her aunt. Yeah, maybe. Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Do you still feel like you can trust your aunt?
I don't know. Maybe.
You
I
saw her
think
get eaten by grass.
Doesn't mean I trust her.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, it seems less
I think
likely
Brie felt
that
bad
it was
about
a
that.
setup.
Like, Brie was like, oh, it sucks. But I think Brie was like, still don't know about you.
Get the lawnmower.
I think that would probably be the person that Brie would be closest to trusting in the forest. But I feel like she'd also like feel like that's like even her aunt wouldn't advise her to trust her. You know what I mean? She gotta embody that. Yeah.
I feel like Harper used to be able to trust Tina just because she was in a place of power and helped, ensure that the Mortan clan was getting the power that it deserved and needed to redeem itself and have those opportunities to redeem itself. But after getting a little bit closer with her through seeing, the more political side, can see, oh no, she's just in this political game as well that I don't understand and trust. So, yeah.
Night, Madwick.
Night, Madwick.
Thanks for staying for so long.
If you're still here, have another tavern
It's
queue.
D&D, says Sapphic. You can't trust anyone.
Tavern queue. Somebody messaged Madwick and tell him if he missed it.
Yeah.
Y'all got a tavern queue. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Tina, eh? I don't know. How do we feel about Tina right now? She's kind of all over the place, isn't she?
Tina, I don't like her.
I just
don't like.
Yeah, I just don't. She's sour.
Is there anyone you would trust in the forest?
She seems like the worst of the like people in charge of clans. Like,
She's a polis, so technically she's not a viz.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
She's the worst polis then.
Yeah.
I think I trust the druids, like the Avari druids, like in the clearing, like like when we went to. I trust them.
Mariki and Iris Jen?
Yes.
Yeah, Mariki.
I trust
Iris
Mariki
Jen.
and Iris Jen. I trust them because
Iris Jen is the cutest.
also
yeah,
that.
Bree does not trust Irish Jen.
But
Bree
I-
likes Irish
yeah.
Jen though.
But I feel like they
Or
are the
Mariki.
ones. She does. She likes them. Or she doesn't?
I don't think she really likes Marquis. I think she's like hesitant. I don't think she knows quite how she feels about Marquis yet, but I don't think she likes Marquis. And I think that she doesn't trust Irish Jen, but I think she loves Irish Jen. But she's like, she's great. Definitely don't trust her. I don't think she trusts any of the druids though.
I think Zara trusts the druids because they are the only people who like have actually like put their money where their mouth is, as in like they she tripped on the thing and then became an Avari druid, and what they said was going to happen has happened. And so these are like the people who and then when like she went into the dream, it's evidence based.
Yeah.
Right? So she trusts them because they seem to tell her the truth about what she is experiencing and what she is about to experience, and what she experiences matches what they say she will experience, and matches what the way things are seem to it all lines up. Whereas the other people, like the people in Lystra, like they don't.
They're a mess.
They are a mess. What they say doesn't match up with reality. So she trusts the
from your
Americans.
understanding.
From my understanding, from Zara's understanding, like she doesn't understand things the way that they understand things, and frankly, she has never really been super great at like really really complicated politics, and would rather not do it. She would rather just have a thing be a thing, and that thing is the thing that happens, and therefore that is what goes on.
Yeah. Tina and Riviere got some stuff going on. It's really interesting being someone who's super bad at politics and playing characters that are incredibly intelligent at it. So I'm doing my best.
That's alright.
I'm just like, they have like 5 schemes within like 5 other schemes, and it's like a schemeception of...
It's a lot of schemes.
Yeah, it's just all...
We're 8
all the
schemes
time.
deep, guys.
Speaking of being
They're
deep,
not dying
schemes all the way
this
down.
I think we're gonna wrap up in like 7 minutes. So I just want to do like an open floor right now. If y'all have any questions out there about the stream or us or
I learned you like
life.
schemes, so I put some schemes in your schemes.
schemes.
Politics.
Amazing.
Bah.
No, that's an old internet joke.
Yeah, but you can ask questions, and you guys can ask questions. If you have questions about the world or any of the lore or history, we can do more rolls for insight. But yeah, that is how we'll end the stream, and then we'll end the stream in 7 minutes.
Why does my skin have to be green? Like, what is the green skin thing?
So it's like
the forest, man.
Yeah, it's just like the forest. You're being imbued with like, so you know how like the Alfei have this inherent gift to bond with the forest. The gift of the Avari Druids is a given gift. It's like given by the forest. You are chosen. So it's the forest's way of like imbuing itself into you.
So my question then is, does my skin actually therefore contain chlorophyll? Can I actually get like nutrition from sunlight like a plant would?
Yes. It'll be a specific kind of thing, but you have to train into Avari Druid. I think you have to be like a 3rd level Avari Druid.
Okay.
Where you can really like channel that
Yeah.
chlorophyll power.
Amazing. So, but so I don't have to eat. I can just like go.
Well,
in
it's
the
not
sun.
going to work exactly like that.
Okay.
You don't know how it's going to work yet. You haven't
Okay.
asked enough questions.
Okay.
If you want, you can roll for investigation, and we'll say that you asked this question when you were in the glade.
Okay. Well, that is a 10 plus whatever my what modifies.
Yeah, we'll do with
investigation.
straight rolls.
Okay,
because
so
y'all
that's a
don't
10,
have
which
your
is
sheets.
shit.
Yeah, you asked Iris Jen, and she tried to explain it, but she used a lot of like
hippie mumbo jumbo, the forest, it will imbue itself with the energy, and you will be able to do many things. You will be able to sustain yourself for much longer days at a time. You know the story of the tortoise and the lake and the fires, and then she'll just go on about this story
okay,
that
I'm
makes
bored
no
already,
sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's that.
S and Gavin has a question and is just asking us how our week has been going.
How have your weeks been going?
How's your week?
That's so sweet of you
How's
to
your week,
ask.
Billy?
It's been going one day at a time. There was a Monday, and then there was a Tuesday, and now today is Saturday. Yeah. I also
You just skipped a lot of days.
gave my notice to quit to my job that I'm doing.
Woo.
So that's a little stressful. But I'm hoping
exciting.
hoping it opens up more opportunities here for this. So that was my week. Thank you for asking.
And do you have a Ko-fi that people could like support you?
Yeah,
sponsor
I mean,
you?
like, if you want to support me, just join the tavern. I beg for money there all the time. So, like,
Just
that's
join the
the
tavern.
place to go if you want to see the links of how to give me
Support.
money and
Yeah.
help me eat and live. That's
We'll
where
support
I
you
do
as a DM.
I
and
used
the
to be the
content you make.
bartender of the tavern, but now I think that my NPC character in the tavern is like
A little old homeless lady like this, like, oh, do you have $5?
Oh my god.
Give me $5. I will give you 5,000
I love it.
experience in
Aw.
the internet points.
How was your week?
Mine?
Yeah.
It was really good. It was I mean there's been like stresses but also really good things.
Did we do Roll for Damage on Monday?
No?
Wasn't that on Monday?
Oh
The
yes.
meetup?
Yeah. Well the actual
Yeah,
meetup.
yeah,
So we
meetup.
did like an all women. That was actually one of the cool things about the week was we did an all women like meetup. And I brought my 9-year-old daughter who's 10 next month. And we were planning to
birthday,
like to be
Miranda.
is it what?
I said happy birthday, Miranda.
Yeah, happy birthday Miranda next month at the end of next month, so it's
yeah.
not even a little bit her birthday.
But close.
Almost. But so I brought her and I was like, I thought like, we were going to stay for 20 minutes and say hi because like they had enough DMs. And I walk in and Lily, you're like, oh my God, we one of your DMs called in sick. Can you please DM? So I DM'd like a one shot that I wrote a little while ago. That's like this like intense like horror game in the cave. So my daughter had to like actually go in with a different group, but she played her very first game of D&D. So like my little 9-year-old got to play D&D with like a good group that wasn't my group, and it was really really cute. And then, but near the end of my session, I think I told you guys this. It was like 9:30, and she like her session was finished, so she comes to my table and she's like, "Mommy, it's my bedtime. I need to go. Can we go home now?" And I was like, 10 more minutes because I had to finish the one shot. I felt like a terrible mom, but it's okay. She got to sleep. It was fine. She's lovely. She's very happy. And so that was really lovely. And yeah, I got to talk to some really lovely people and got to hang out. And then this critical mass art thing, the Massive Adventure has come up, which is really exciting.
We're doing
Yes.
a D&D
We're
festival.
doing the D&D
in
festival
August.
in Port Hope
Yes.
on August 17th.
With
So
Ed Greenwood.
I don't know if we
Yeah.
mentioned before
With
too.
Ed
Yes,
Greenwood.
Ed Greenwood.
Ed Greenwood is going to
When they,
DM
like,
for us.
Old school nerd.
He's DMing for us.
Mm-hmm.
And we're playing an Ed Greenwood campaign,
I will
and it's
not be
amazing.
at San Diego Comic-Con then.
Oh, you'll be with us in Port
Really?
Hope.
Yeah, probably because San Diego Comic-Con is this 17th. Sorry, I thought you guys meant
Oh.
July 17th.
No,
I was
August
like,
all
oh,
days.
Yeah, we
So
got
it's
lots
a
of
whole
time.
nother month. You have a whole other month
Yeah, I
to
think
plan
I'm
for it.
free. I think I'm free.
Amazing.
then.
So if you
Sorry,
all
probably
feel like
good.
driving out to Port Hope and coming and seeing us, like IRL,
Yeah.
like we'll be
Come
there
and say
and it'll be
hi.
fun. Come say hi.
If you've seen the movie there was a park in that movie. That's where it was filmed as well. So be
Sick.
on the lookout
Yeah.
for some clowns.
And how about we don't invite that into our lives?
I haven't
know.
seen the movies.
I'm a cosplay it. I'm a cosplay.
Remember a few years ago where there was that thing in America where all the clowns were killing people?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
and then everybody was just
the
like
most
meh.
recent
What
It,
happened
the
to
most
that?
recent movie.
I think it just didn't.
Yeah, I feel like there was like a month where like everyone
Yeah,
Everyone was like
in
in
IRL.
clowns, and then like
Yeah,
IRL.
2016.
Yeah,
there were people
2016.
like dressing up as clowns.
I don't
and
think
killing
that's a
people.
real thing.
No,
Yeah.
it was real.
Yeah.
There were,
I think
it was
an
legit
internet.
thing.
Yeah. There was
wasn't a hoax.
when the movie first came out too. There was I guess at one point in the scene where the clown ran into a movie theater or a theater. They were doing a showing of that theater, and my parents were there. And during that moment, they kept like looking back, expecting someone to like come in with the clown, and they should have, but they didn't. But
Oh my God.
yeah, it's real cool.
So speaking of that, how was your week?
Any killer clowns?
Not yet.
No.
Knock on wood.
It's okay. Gamer Dingo says
Yeah.
they don't talk about the clown thing anymore in America.
Yeah.
The only clown you talk about is your president. Wow.
Yeah.
Snap. Controversial.
Yeah.
Not at all controversial. He's a dick.
I mean, like, it is
Yeah.
controversial.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
everyone. But
If you're
anyway.
a Trump supporter, GTFO.
It's Canada.
Yeah.
Burn.
But yeah, my week was good. Went by the poolside last weekend, got a little
Ooh.
sunburn, wear your sunscreen, sun safety.
Hashtag
Uh,
sun safety.
Yes, worked for the week, I kept busy, yeah.
How did that job interview go? Are you allowed to talk about that on the stream?
Did I do, wait, which one? The one that I was doing last week? Or
Yeah.
Yes, because normally I interview potential volunteers, but I did like some real, not that interviewing volunteers aren't real interviews, but interviewed some actual candidates and had like people's jobs in my hands, which was weird, because I'm in HR, fun fact. But yeah.
Just makes a lot of... You're so wonderful to talk to all the time. Such a ray of sunshine.
I try you. Well,
This
I
is
wrote-
Baby Spice, everybody.
We've decided.
Yes. I live for the pigtails as well. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's my week. Yeah.
What about you, Amanda?
My week was very busy. Yeah, I had the show, so I've been doing that.
Tell
I
us
had a
about
bunch
the show.
of the show's been amazing. So we were doing Mayhem at Miskatonic, which is our Toronto Fringe show. It was amazing. Jess and Megan and Ben came to see it today. Lily was sick. Maxine was also sick.
I'm still sick.
Yeah. You're hanging in there. You're hanging in there. You're
totally,
crushing it.
you are 100%.
But yeah, so yeah, it's been really fun. I mean, it was a really sexy, weird freaking show, man. It's been a roller coaster. Tomorrow's our last show. The run sold out shortly after we opened. We're talking about doing a potential remount of it shortly after. So if you missed it and you're in Toronto and you wanted to come see it, we might be doing it again at the Painted Lady. We might be doing an extended run at the Painted Lady. So stay tuned to my Instagram for updates for that. And then we might be touring it. And then other than that, I've just had auditions, callbacks, and I've been at Top 10 Nerd doing videos, as you may know, from my Instagram. And yeah, I'm gearing up to go to San Diego next week, so I'm just gonna keep working until I go, and then when I come home, I'm gonna try to take a couple days because I just drove as well back from the cottage, which I went to for a night. I went to a couple breweries yesterday as well. So just
That's so
too many things.
So
Too
many
many things.
things.
I do too many things. It's fine. One day I'll be dead and then I'll sleep.
Yep, and so we just need you to squeeze in a few more of these Roll for Damage side sessions.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah,
it's
just
gonna be
squeeze it all
great.
in.
Yeah.
I mean, the great thing is that one thing that I feel like this week has shown me, and that I feel like I move more towards every week, is like doing stuff like this, like as my thing. So I mean, you know, people like all of you that are watching, all of you that have followed us, subscribed to us, and used those free subs here on your Twitch potentially to even like stay subscribed each month. It really like does matter and does help when you follow us and all this stuff and support us, because you're helping us move towards a place where we can all, like, this could be a thing for those of us.
We do the things we love.
We do the things we love, and for those of us that are, like, streamers or, like, performers or influencers, like, this is what I want to be doing full time, so I just feel like it's good when you're busy, though, because, I have not served at Stormcrow for, like, a long time. I have a shift on Monday, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I think what's really important, too, is, like, I know we've all talked about this off screen and stuff, but I think what we're really all like the most excited for is like actually making a difference in the world of gaming and the world of Dungeons and Dragons, especially because as we have shown here tonight on Roll for Insight, it can be very therapeutic for like a lot of people for a lot of reasons. There's a lot of stuff that we're working through in being able to communicate and use our creativity and our imagination and like
we really appreciate being given the opportunity to do these things because it's hard to do them.
Bless.
It is.
And it's nice to be able to get a little bit of time
with the ladies
and from our regular everyday lives.
Absolutely. And like we actually like it's fun
as
because
much as I love that.
But like we're also like we're like actually friends now. Like like we didn't really know each other that well when we like started like when we were like, oh, let's do a stream. Oh, you. But like now we're like actually
we a little bit more thought. But
well, okay, just slightly. But we actually like choose to hang out with each other like outside of just like when we're streaming because like we like really like each other and like I think it's really cool. And the other thing is like every time I see we have another Twitch subscription, I get really happy. Like it really, like you said, it really matters to us that like you're watching. Like when you talk in chat, like when you're interacting with us, like it makes us feel really happy because it means that we're doing something that other people are enjoying. Yeah. And we're all, I think, like helpy type people. Like we really want to make a difference. Yeah. We like want to make a happy difference in other people's lives, and like the fact that we can make something that you all are enjoying and that you like is like the coolest thing ever. Like it's genuinely just super cool. So thank you all for like watching and engaging with us. Like you're the absolute best. Like
round of applause for the audience.
Yay! Thank you guys. Seriously.
Thank you. All right, well, we're gonna wrap up here. How about we all just kind of go around and we'll say like a little blurb, any shout outs you want to do, any social medias to follow, and say your name and whatever.
Okay.
Go.
You go.
Me? I go? You want me to go? Oh, okay, I'll go.
Roll for initiative.
So yes, thank you guys for watching. Back Blastnet, you said that you missed doing the thing that you love. Do the thing that you love.
Oh, that's Dan. Dan, another thing that happened this week is I talked to my friend Dan. Like, we hung out. Like, we hadn't seen each other for, like, 15 years. And then we, like, hung out. We, like, went for, like, a beer, and, like, it was, like, no time had passed.
That's great.
What's up, Dan?
Well, Dan,
thanks for watching, Dan.
Do what you love to do, Dan. Don't
do what the fuck you love to do.
Do whatever you want to do. Don't let other people tell you what to do. And
unless
thank
it's,
you.
Super illegal.
Thank you all for watching. I don't know. I don't really have any shoutouts. Shoutouts to every place that has ever supported me doing what I want to do, and all the people, you guys, my family, these people, my jobs, working at places like Stormcrow Manor that lets me go and make art and do that stuff and know that I can come back. And it's just really amazing.
And what's your name? And what's your Instagram?
My name's Amanda McKnight. My Instagram is @vampx13. It's a weird one. But it's my username pretty much everywhere. So, yeah. And if you guys want to come support me do stuff, I am going to be on Bigo later doing some streaming. So you can come support me there and send me gifts, and I'll just probably be hanging out and, I don't know, laying around because I'm exhausted. But I'll be there if you want to chat or something. Might play some video games tonight on there.
Yeah, nice. I guess the main shout out I have is for the Critical Mass Art. Yep. Critical Mass Art. That's their handle on, I think, all their platforms. They have a Facebook event as well for the Mass Adventure that is August 17th in Port Hope. Please try to come. Port Hope is also a lovely small town as well. Lots to do as well. All the events are on there as well. The different people that are going to be there. There's a pub crawl that night as well for those that are legal age of drinking. Lots of awesome stuff. So definitely check them out as well. And I'm Megan. And I'll say my Twitter because I'm mostly active there as @MegMegGibson. Meg.
Meg, you're not Meg. Yes. Okay, there you go. You're Meg now.
Yeah.
Meg.
Yeah, Meg Gibson. So I'm Jessica Langer. My Twitter is at Dr. Jessica Langer because my first and last name was not available, not because I am like an obnoxious person who like insists on using the title that I got.
I love it. But also, you earned that. Use it.
Yeah.
I did earn it.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
It's a little. Oh, you know what? It's not obnoxious. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes,
Dr.
queen,
Langer.
you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. I totally.
You don't
earned...
need to be ashamed for your PhD.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Gio,
Okay.
thank
Also,
you.
it's in science fiction, which is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a really fun several years of my life doing that PhD, and like how many people get to do that? And the middle chapter is on World of Warcraft, so like I don't know, I'm just a big nerd.
Dr. Jessica Langer on
At
Twitter
Dr.
also.
Jessica Langer on Twitter, yeah, everywhere. My Instagram is private because I post pictures of my kids there, and I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, so I don't. What?
Sorry, Dan talked about the Big Apple, and I worked there last year. Small World.
You worked at the Big Apple last
I
year?
worked at the Big Apple. Yes,
Huh.
their mumble.
I was totally there last summer, like with my daughter on our little road trip.
During the summer, I wasn't there because I was working at a
okay.
Greek camp. But yes,
Nice.
yes.
Best apple pie and
sweetest
awesome grilled
little
cheese
pie.
with bacon.
So the
on
Big
it.
Apple is literally just a really giant apple on
Yeah.
the highway.
We had
I've
people
never
come
done
in and
that.
be like, "What's the Big Apple?" And it's like it's literally the
Yo,
Big Apple that
so
you pass.
We
that
have
how
to
did
go
you miss?
there and we have to
Yes.
take pictures.
Yes. Oh, it's so
100%,
photogenic as well.
yes.
It's beautiful. Great apple
For
pie.
Instagram.
The mumble crumble or the caramel, 100%. Yes. Yes.
Shades
Very
wrong.
much.
Lots of shit.
Yeah, the small town drama that happens.
Oh my God.
But yes, yes,
love
the
it.
the food is so good. It's all pricey, but very good. Anyway, yes, you were saying,
Oh, no.
Doctor.
Fine.
Doctor.
No, oh please, yeah, okay, yeah, no, I mean, I don't know, shout outs, like, my 5-year-old son, like, was asking me, like, you know, where I was going, and he was like, are you going to be on TV again? And I was like, well, it's sort of on TV, and he's like, how did you get in the TV? And I was like, that's really
Amazing.
cute. So, hi, Nate. Mommy's in the TV. Oh my God.
Oh my
And
gosh, I
if you
love that.
the other, you know who you are, who gets a shout out.
Yeah.
But yes,
Also, Dan,
It's
yes,
me.
the face with the apple face, they rebranded and his name is Mr. Applehead.
I love that we're still talking about the Big Apple
Why?
right now.
I just
So much drama in the chat.
Yes.
I love it.
there's a lot of drama within the Big Apple. But
Oh
yes.
my God! Oh my! Wow.
This
They
is
were
a
so creative.
controversial
They were
topic.
so
Who
creative
knew?
with their name of Mr. Applehead. And
Mr. Applehead.
Mr. Applehead.
Wow.
Why's it gotta be Mr.?
That's a really good. Why
I
couldn't
think
it
it's
be
'cause
like
they stole it
mixed
from Mr.
apple head?
Potato Head.
Yeah.
I don't know. There used to be a whole family of
Appleheads?
mascot. Yes, because there was Bud, there was Rose, there was. I worked there too long and it was only a year. They had the previous owners had a whole family of like mascots and now it's just
Wow.
Mr. Applehead and it's
We need
stupid.
to put an Applehead in the game.
Did they kill all the
Americans-
other mascots?
Essentially.
Is Mr. Applehead like the last one left?
Essentially,
after,
and
like,
it's just
he
his
ate
head.
all of them.
For
It's
the
just his
Americans
head
who
now.
are
That's
confused,
morbid.
the Big Apple
Whoa.
is an apple restaurant that's like on the side of the highway to Toronto, and there's just a
Apple
giant.
restaurant.
I don't know how to explain it.
It's a bakery, it's a restaurant, it's a tourist trap.
God.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh my
I just
God,
wanted to
oh my
lean in and
God,
whisper
oh my
that. I
God.
just wanted to lean in, whisper the secrets
Yes.
of the apple world.
There you go.
Yo, there are secrets.
Yeah,
Sounds like there's
apparently.
They say
Um,
all their apples are Canadian. They're not.
Whoa! Calling you out,
Oh my
Mr.
God.
Applehead.
Do you have any shout outs, Lily?
Oh yeah, but I don't know if they matter yet.
You don't
How
know
do you like them apples?
You don't know if your shout outs matter yet?
Yeah, we're talking about apples. I'll do my shoutouts when they.
Yes, okay. I'm sorry. I got very excited there.
No, I love it.
You can like do
This is
ASMR of
definitely-
like folding apples into a pie.
Is that how you put apple?
Yeah.
You fold them.
I don't know. I never made an apple pie before.
I will teach you.
The puns. Well done. Well done.
You
It's
the
getting
best.
late. People putting puns in here.
Uh-huh.
More
Yeah.
apple secrets.
The bunnies around, it wasn't just them being hit by cars. People would take them as pets, and there's some really big coyotes around there now. So, yeah. Yeah, there
Okay.
used to be a bunch of wild bunnies.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, there's still petting zoo and free mini golf there as well. But, yeah. But yeah,
Oh,
very
Monzia.
commercial, very tourist trap. They cater to the tour buses, and that's it. So.
It's like
Sapphic, the puns never end. But,
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I appreciate
Apples
you trying.
after dark. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Apples after dark.
Yes. This escalated.
Is it time for my
Okay.
goodbye thing?
Yes,
yes.
it's time for your shoutouts.
Yes, shout
Okay,
us out.
cool. My name is Lily. You can find me on Instagram, justalil.nerd. And I'm just gonna lean in and type my own Instagram in here. Instagram.com.
Connects like the toys.
Yeah. It's
Just
huge.
a
It's like
little
5
gosh.
feet. Yeah.
I used to love Connects.
That thing almost, they built it the summer I was leaving, and seeing the poor maintenance workers trying to figure that out and get the mechanics working, and how close it's been to
Is it
being
like
destroyed.
building a giant Connects?
You just
Yeah.
need like a 5-year-old to do it because they're really good at connects.
Yeah.
Like, just get like my 5-year-old.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
actually don't, but yes.
Yeah.
Mm,
Okay, look.
Sorry, Lily, keep going.
That's okay. I was interested in that also.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. But I will say now that Tavern Folk, this is your last cue for XP. If you have not joined Axis Tavern yet, I highly recommend it. Axis Tavern is a D&D Discord community. We have over 400 members now. We have all kinds of fun daily activities and discussions and people and games and giveaways, and it's a wonderful place. So if you would like to join that, there is a link in the video below here. My Instagram is in the chat. Also, I'm going to be streaming on Nerdy Northerners later this week. I'm going to be streaming on Nerdy Northerners every week until August 22nd with Vera Dondag, the most fabulous gladiator owner in all of the lands.
You gotta go watch Vera Dondag. She's
Yeah.
one of my favorite.
I love
NPCs.
She's
Vera.
intense.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be on Nerdy Northerners. You can check them out at Nerdy Northerners. And shout out to Ben and Maxine, who we miss very
We
much.
miss you so much.
Definitely.
Hope you're feeling better, Maxine.
Yeah. Hope you had a fun night with your friends, Ben. Hope you are feeling better now, Maxine. And yeah, be sure to check out our World Anvil, which is in the links below. We'll be updating that a bunch with some of this new information. And yeah, we'll be live again on Tuesday.
So if you're
Yeah,
not sick of us
Tuesday.
yet,
Yeah,
Tuesday.
like this
Yeah, this
Tuesday at
Tuesday.
8:30.
Yeah, Bree got kidnapped last episode, so that's what that's
Right.
all gonna start with.
Maybe. I don't know.
And if you want to catch up on anything, maybe we can put into the
YouTube.
chat YouTube. We have our YouTube channel. It's
There's
youtube.com
links in the
/
panels. Check out the panels.
Yeah, it's youtube.com / roll for damage. And there's tons of like, there's tons of like the fun little clips. There's like full episodes. And like just come in and have a watch and subscribe to YouTube.
And turn on your bell.
Yes.
Yes, turn on your bell.
Because, YouTube weirdness.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hit that bell.
And
Cool.
I think that
I think
so we
that's
will
it.
we will all see you on Tuesday, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for staying.
I'm the
hanging
one who has
out.
to end this now because we don't have Ben.
Bye.
Oh, no.
Bye.